you, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hey y'all, happy Monday, happy Professional Monday. I only say it's Professional Monday because I decided to put on this shirt I had bought back when I was working in corporate America. You know, when I was buying all my pants and slack from Express in New York and company. I had bought this little shirt or whatever, little crisscross 1-2, you know what I'm saying, to sit at the desk. Hello, how are you? Welcome, hi. You know what I'm saying? So I felt a little mustard this morning on this Mustard Monday. So here we are, y'all. Come on in. Happy Monday. I'm so happy to be here, so happy to be alive, so happy to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Things could be worse for all of us, but it's not. So we're going to celebrate that. Happy Monday. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got a show. We got a show today. Shout out to y'all in the building. Y'all already know what it is. You seen the thumbnail. We talking about Tariq Nasheed. Now, Tariq Nasheed is stepping on toes. Tariq done put on there and said that Black Americans, FBAs, are not the native, what do you call them, red natives, and we're going to discuss what is a red native. We're going to discuss who we are, and we're going to discuss why FBA might be treading on thin ice with this who we are and who we ain't. Because let me say this, you either going to be African or you not. To the FBAs, you either African or you not. You can either point to the African in your family or you can't. Dead or alive, you are either African or you not. Y'all with this double Dutch tiptoe, we had an ethnogenesis, that stuff is bull. You either an African or you not. All you had this mixed with that. If you can't find it on documentation, then it is not so. Okay? We gonna get into it because I need FBA to be very, very careful with this, because this is where me and Tariq part ways. Because see, this is what I found with Tariq. He found the FBA situation and he realized it was a great go-between between ADOS and the Indian stuff. And he's very smart and clever with him throwing in the native history and throwing in this. And you got to be careful when he use that word native. But what he's not doing is telling y'all the whole truth. And I know Tariq knows this truth. We are indigenous to here. If he is as well researched as I believe that he is, Tariq knows that. So when he holler ethnogenesis, I cringe. When he hollers, we Africans mixed with the red natives, I cringe. Because I know that if Tariq Nasheed is as well read and as well researched as he is, then he knows that he's telling y'all a bald-faced lie. And we're going to get into it. And this is why I'm telling y'all too, stop getting caught up on these names. Stop getting caught up on these names. Who gives a damn what the name of the collective is? Find out who you are. How do you do that, boo? Genealogy. Do your genealogy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That way you don't have to be in these conversations about what we was mixed with as a whole, because you'll have your documentation to tell you who we are and who you are. You won't have to ask Tariq. You won't have to ask Martin Luther King. You won't have to ask Jesse Jackson. All you'll have to do is go to your documentation and you will see exactly what you need to see about who you are. Do your genealogy, please. All it is a family tree, y'all. Black America, please. Do your genealogy. Yes, and do it yourself. God, come on today. Hello? Come on today and do it yourself. I know it takes time. It ain't got to be nothing you do today. It ain't got to be nothing that's completed tomorrow. Take your time, girl. Find a family historian. All you need is one person in the family, maybe more if you can. Just do it, girl. Just do it. Know who you are. That way you ain't got to worry about what these folks on the internet talking about. But we're going to get into that. We got a few other things. T.I. came on and said that he wanted to talk about, well, he said that church is a business, and I agree. We're going to discuss that. We also got to talk about Bobby Shmurda getting beat up in the club. I don't know why y'all beat up Bobby Shmurda. That boy be smiling all the time. Q came out from day 26, and they have footage to show that Dawn Richards, what's her name? Dummy Dawn, who was over there with Danity Kane, and they done kicked her off the tour. Hello. He said that she drugged him with the ecstasy, her and Diddy. I believe it. We're gonna talk about that and a few other things. But before we do that, y'all, come on in, get the likes up on the video, subscribe to the channel. I need y'all to get the likes up on this video because we got a few things to discuss, y'all. Please, please, please. New York. I ain't called y'all in a long time. I need everybody from the New York place, the place where the lady got the green thing in her hand and she's standing like this, and she got the big old feet, and they say liberty or something on the tablet. I need all y'all to the front of the congregation. Please, y'all back on the Borough Water Advisory. New York, every time I think y'all chilling out, here y'all come with some more stuff. New York, y'all back on a curfew, back on the water, on a Borough Water Advisory. And I'm going to show y'all here in just a second. Before we get into that, y'all, please also ground, meditate, pray, whatever it is you got to do to get back into the Most High, to your higher self. Please, please, please do that. Do that, do that, do that. Now, let me tell y'all why New York on the Borough Water Advisory. I seen this last night. You know, sometimes the damnedest news come to me in my sleep, and sometimes it comes to me in my wake. But when it comes to me in my wake, I sometimes question, why would this come to me? Why? And then I saw what it was, and immediately I said, there you go, New York. New York! Y'all just refuse. Do you hear me? Hold on. Oh, man, is they going to let me do it? Oh, no. I need to see this. I need to see this, honey. Go to the feed. I need to see this. Girl, I don't know what happened. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, who follow me on Facebook. They took my Facebook, y'all. I don't have no Facebook. I do not have no Facebook. I have a page, but my page that had my YouTube and all my stuff on it, they took it. They been took it. I don't know how to get it back. They claim I stole somebody else's content, and I'm the person who made the content. So yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, they took my Facebook too. So I hope this don't deter me from going get this video. Hold on, because I'm going to show y'all this video. It's the last thing that I do. You got to know it. Going to show y'all this video if it's the last thing that I do. Hold on. Because it won't let me see it on Facebook. Yeah, girl, they took my Facebook when they took my Facebook. I mean, when they took my YouTube. Is that how you spell it? Let me see if I can find this. Oh, Lord, if you love me, show me this video because they won't let me see it on Facebook now. Hold on. Girl, I might have to pull it up on my phone, and if need be, oh well. New York, let me say this, bro. I'll pull it up on my phone because I gotta show y'all this. Y'all do the most, New York. You know, I give y'all an inch, and you niggas run a marathon every single chance you get. So I was scrolling on Facebook. I hate that I can't show it on here. But I was scrolling on Facebook, girl, and let me show y'all what I had. So, hold on. Messed me up for the rest of the day. I was no more good. Do you hear me? No more good. Look at this. Wait, I might can find it on let me find it on TikTok. Hold on. I think I can find it on TikTok. Girl, I want y'all to see this in 4K. I need y'all to see this in 4K. What's his name? y'all from here. Let me turn the volume down. Let me turn the volume down. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. You can't make this up. Let me see. Maybe I can find it. Oh, Lord. I'm going to see if I can find it on what you call it. Y'all, give me 1 second. Y'all got to see this. I'm sorry. I didn't know they wasn't going to let me log into Facebook. But look, y'all. Look at these niggas in New York. Look at this. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Look at this nigga in a Timberland jacket. Girl, when I saw this, I said, there go New York. Y'all back on the Borough Water Advisory. Who in their right mind thought about that heavy boot and said, hold on, the boots ain't enough. We got to flip this into a whole jacket. I'm tired of y'all, New York. I am tired. I have had enough. New York. It's over. Back on curfew, Borough Water Advisory until further notice. You niggas done went crazy. Oh, yeah. You niggas done went crazy. Y'all done lost y'all mind. You niggas want to walk and look like a walking shoe. I done had enough, New York. New York. Y'all are on till further notice. Do you hear me? Curfew, 9 o'clock, Borough Water Advisory. It's got to be in the water. At this point in time, it's got to be in the water. This got to be in the water. This got to be in the water. You're not going to tell me no regular person was regular in this and came up with this. I'm tired of y'all, New York. Y'all have been doing so good, though I ain't heard from y'all in a while. Philly had been cutting up. And then I looked down last night and I see this and I said to myself, there go Borough Water Advisory. Y'all on curfew. I don't know what else to do with y'all. I literally don't know what else to do with New York. It's like y'all live in your own world. And then when y'all show the rest of us, we be looking at y'all like, what? I swear to God, listen. New York is its own planet. It's got to be. Y'all have different customs, courtesies, culture, people. New York is its own planet. And when the rest of us in the regular world see y'all, we all be scratching our head like, girl, what? And y'all really just be looking at us like we all crazy. It's not us, New York. It's y'all. It's y'all. It's not us. It's y'all. It's you niggas want to walk around like one heavy boot? Girl. I said not one heavy boot. I guess if two niggas put the jacket on together, y'all could be a pair. Girl, go late. New York, I'm tired. I'm done. I bet not see two niggas walking side by side with that jacket on. I swear to God, I'm going to find a match and light both them niggas on fire. On everything that I love. I bet not see two niggas walking side by side with them jackets on. I'm windmilling with my head down. I'm not going to ask no question. I'm going to just start windmilling. I don't even have to know the people. I'm going to just start windmilling. I'm telling you now, if I see it with these two eyes, the hands just going to have their own story. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to get to going Krishan on you niggas and bitches. I don't know. I'm going to go summer, bitch. Head down, arms going 100 miles an hour. You get it? I'm telling you now, the head going to go down and the arms going to get to swinging 100 miles an hour. Bitch, I'm going summer. Said what I said. I'm tired of New York. I'm just tired. I'm over New York. I'm tired. I just left there in August. I'm tired, New York. Let's move on. The guy, I had to write that down. I knew I wasn't going to let the day go by without coming to show y'all that shit. I'm tired of y'all. I'm just, I'm going to need you. They just got garbage cans. They just got garbage cans about a year ago. So, they different. Shout out to New York, though. Y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video. Come on in, girl. It's a time. It is a time to be alive in 2025. Girl, if you wasn't here, where else would you be, honey? Listen to me and listen to me good. Now, we got to get into the show, y'all. Y'all, Shout out to everybody who pulled up at the dollhouse yesterday with the Krishan Rock drama. Y'all, I know y'all done heard about Krishan saying that oh no, she got slapped in Compton, but she ended up fighting the Crips. And then she was outside again last night. We gonna discuss it tonight on Malone Madness Mondays. But I'm telling y'all now, that little girl better pack her bags and her baby and get up out of there for somebody to make an example out of her. But again, it is what it is. We gonna get into it, y'all. Y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video. Now, let's get into, first of all, why is Nicki Minaj going political? I'll tell you why. Why is she beefing with Gavin Newsom? I'll tell you why. Because these celebrities, their handlers are now telling them it's time to move toward politics. Remember, even though we got the orange sickle man in there right now, does not mean, okay, that we won't have another election. I know he hints at the fact that we won't, and maybe we won't. But either way, them folks is ready to come on here and get y'all all mentally messed up right now, and they starting with y'all celebrities. That's why Nicki Minaj, okay, they said midterms coming up. Nicki Minaj over there beefing with Governor Gavin Newsom, and I seen some of what she was saying because he does want your kids to be TSs. Let's really be clear. However, I'm noticing all these celebrities, y'all think it's a coincidence, all these rap hoes with all these athletes? Y'all don't think it's a coincidence? All these rappers and stuff starting to get in the bed with all these politicians. Y'all wouldn't even, if it was a snake, it would have bit you. If it was a snake, it would have bit you. I thought y'all would have caught on when Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion was over there hollering, body, yaddy, yaddy. I thought y'all would have caught on then, but y'all still haven't. Still haven't. Girl, I hope they deport Nicki. I want my life. I hope they deport her and Cardi, bitch. Give me a 2-for-1. Hello? I want a 2-for-1. Deport Cardi and Nicki. And anybody in the comments got something to say? Deport your ass too. Say what I said. Yeah, I said that part. Did say that part. Now let me say this. Do y'all recall? Because I was there. I remember when SWV did the show with Escape, with Candy, every man. And, Candy and Escape, they did their little show, their little thing. And remember, Candy and them dressed like old stripper 99-cent hoes. Yes, they do. Tiny, Tina, no, what's their names? Tiny, Tamika, Tanya. What's their names? Tasha. Yeah, Pancake. It's Pancake, every man, and Tamika and Tiny. Yeah, them hoes. All 4 of them hoes look like old stripper hoes. They look like old stripper hoes from the 80s. That's how they dress when they go on tour. And I remember when they did their show with SWV, they tried to play SWV like them girls ain't have no style and whatnot. And then SWV came back and started styling on them hoes and left them in the dust. Okay, I know because I was there when it was on the show. Now, I seen the Boys Mind concert pop up and I seen SWV and I had to come share. I've always thought, I want to give a confession over here online. I've always thought SWV was the better group. Even though only one of them mic was on, I've always thought SWV was the better group. Say what I said. Fight your moan. Fight your moan. Don't fight me or mine. Fight your moan. Back in the 90s, bitch, you couldn't tell me nothing when my girl Coco had the long nails with the curve on the end, girl. You're the one for me. You're the one. Bitch, you couldn't tell me nothing, girl. The Escape, I ain't gonna lie. Can we say how I really want to say? I felt like Escape was for the hood hoes. The hood hoes who didn't make it out. SWV to me was a compilation of the girls. One was a hood hoe, one was an established hoe, and one was a prior hoe. So a lot of girls could more adopt or adapt to the ideas and ideals of the SSWW, the V, okay? So, and I've always thought that Taj could outsing every last bitch in Escape, even Pancake. Did say that part when I was little. Did do that. But at the end of the day, I've always identified with the SSW, the U, and the V. And when I see them hoes had put that shit on, and I seen Taj on it, first of all, can we say this? We haven't given enough appreciation to Taj. Taj has always been the coldest one looking in the group. When Taj is small, and Taj had a little moment. She went through a little depression. She had gained a little weight or whatever the case may be, as we all do. And she was looking a mess. I ain't gonna lie. But baby, when Taj dropped that weight, Taj been the coldest one in in SWV ever since. Say what I said. But listen, the point is the girls ate up and been eating ever since Candy and them told them that they dress like old construction workers and whatnot. I wanted to come on here and let you guys know that Coco and the girls have been eating ever since. Them hoes is on, they need to go on diets. They've been eating so much, okay? Shout out to the SWW and the V, okay? Sisters with voices. I've always thought they was the better group out of all of the 90s girls. I thought they was like, not Escape good, but I mean, not Escape. What's my In Vogue? Not the Goats good. But you know what I'm saying? They still, to me, was a better hood girl group. And I love the look. They looked amazing. They sang at the concert. They sounded amazing. The mic, not all three, but one of the mics was on, as it always is. And for you hating hoes in the back, happy hoes ain't hating and hating hoes ain't happy. It don't matter if only one of the mics was on. Only one be on in the studio. Okay. Shout out to SWV, girl. Y'all looked it good, girl. Y'all looked it good. I love me some SWV. I've always loved SWV. Always. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I don't care if all three of the mics wasn't on. They never on, bitch. Argue with your mom. Okay, and it is what it is. Stop me when I start lying. Stop me when I get the lying. When I get the lying, then you stop me. If I'm not lying, let me roll it out. Now, again, don't worry about who all mic was on. I tell you what, I'd rather have Coco mic on and have the rest of them mic off than Candy in the background talking about, in the truth that Candy. We don't want to hear that ugly ass shit. Candy ain't hit that note since that note hit Candy. Girl, please. Candy been catfishing us on that note since we met Candy. We ain't heard Candy hit that note since we heard it on the disc, on the CD, on the album. I have not heard Candy hit the note since I heard it on the tape. Argue with your mom, girl, please. Like I said, it's not even up for debate. It's not even up to even go back and forth. It's really not. It's really not. And I'm not about to go back and forth with nobody who feel like Escape is better. When Candy can hit that note, then we'll have a discussion. Up until then, it's the SSW, W, and the V, okay? And that's it. And that's it. That's it. I feel like Escape catfished us anyway. So it is what it is. Because I didn't like when they told them girls that they dressed like old women. I remember when Candy and them... how she was? Girls, you guys kind of dress like old, like construction worker girl. Oh, Candy, bitch, you look like girl, Candy girl. I know you ain't talking smokestack lightning, bitch. Candy walk, girl, like her booty fake. Girl, and Candy was already fine. She didn't even need all that. Candy, please. Please, Candy. I don't have time, Candy. Not on Monday. Catch me Wednesday on Hump Day, bitch. Not on a Monday. Not today. I don't have time for Candy today. Catch me on Monday. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I saw the SWV girl, and I had to come on here and tell y'all that. Shout out to my girls, okay? My girls. Stop playing with them, okay? Now, Pastor Jamal Bryan trying to sell weed and get all y'all hoes in the congregation, all you old hoes who want to act like y'all done repented and changed y'all lives for the Lord, whole time y'all sucking dick in the pews. All you old hoes that's down to the church acting like you better than thou, even though you giving all them YNs your social security and your coochie. Pastor Jamal Bryant came on here to get you hoes comfortable with the idea that your YN, y'all gonna have to start bringing that little nigga to church. So he on here talking about how y'all gotta be careful with the people who smoke weed because they know the Bible too. Don't shun them away because Pastor Jamal Holy Whore is about to be selling ass and marijuana out the bike of the church, okay? He done already said that he about to have farms. He about to get all y'all little boys out there to farm and weed. They gonna be like old slaves. They gonna be like old slaves. Y'all children gonna come home one day with straw hats singing old Negro spirituals down there at the backyard at Pastor Holy Whore's house of weed. So I don't know who go down to the church, but Jamal is on here to tell y'all that y'all gotta stop being judgmental because all the drug dealers, all the dope boys about to be at the church. And all you old hoes who act like y'all ain't no sluts no more, it's your time, bitch. It's money downstairs. You get it? Let's get into Pastor Jamal's sermon, y'all.
Smell like weed don't mean they don't know scripture. I can't hear nobody. And too many of you all are cliquish, and you try to turn the church into a country club, and you don't want to sit by people who don't dress like you and don't smell like you and don't have your pedigree and don't have your background. Just because they smell like weed don't mean they don't know scripture. God is getting ready to raise up a generation that may not look like how you want them to look, but they'll be speaking in tongues with tattoos on their necks, slain in the spirit. Y'all ain't saying nothing. With pink hair and with piercings in their tongues. I'm tired of a church that's stuck up. Man looks at the outer appearance, but God is looking at the heart. It's hard to have earnest conversations with people who have closed minds but open mouths. The church kills what they can't comprehend. Just because they smell like weed don't mean they don't know scripture.
There you go. Just because they smell like weed don't mean they don't know scripture. See, what y'all hoes don't understand, and it's for you old hoes down at the church. Oh, yes, I know you hoes is hoes. I don't give a damn if your mom down there. She's an old hoe. She might be reformed, though, so I'm going to give her that if she did give her life over to Jesus, to white Jesus. However, but let me say this to you old hoes down at the church over there judging everybody while y'all giving out coochie to these YNs. Y'all gonna stop coming down to the church acting like y'all don't rock with the YNs, and we all know y'all sleeping with all of them. Pastor Holy Ho need you hoes to sell weed for him. He need you hoes to trap, and he need them niggas comfortable to come down to the church house. And what y'all not gonna do is getting away his money, okay? So now Pastor Holy Ho said what he said. For all you old hoes, get in line. Now it's time to live in your truth. You don't have to hide your YN. Bring him down to the church. Okay? You don't have to hide your YN. Bring him to the church. And you know, if I was one of y'all and if I was an old ho and I had a YN, see, this how I would do. You bitches is slow. Slow as turtles. Bitch, I would start a foundation. Hello? Oh, yes. All boys. Foundation. All boys. Foundation. You got to be 25 and older to start. Hello? And I would mentor the boys. You get it? Oh, yeah. Mentorship down to the ground. And I would usher in all the YNs down to the church. Do you get it? I would definitely be a mentor to the boys. I sure would. And then you hoes could be hoes with peace in your heart. You see what I'm saying? You could just hide behind the mentorship. Oh, no, honey. I have a foundation. I mentor young men. Oh, no, sweetheart. Please talk to somebody else. This is under the Lord. TD Jakes blessed this one, honey. Oh, yes, we'll go get blessed down there by TD. Got to know it, girl, please. Y'all hoes gotta be more thoughtful in your processing and things of that nature. But at any rate, the point I'm making is Jamal is trying to get these young niggas to come back to church because he understands that we are awakening spiritually, and he think he's slick. He think he gonna use weed to deter this spiritual awakening. But guess what, Pastor Holy Whore, swinging that big D all over the conversation and congregation. Emphasis on the part when she said big D. At any rate, Pastor Holy Whore, it ain't gonna work. It ain't working. You ain't gonna get nothing but a bunch of little rides. All you gonna get is the little rides down at the church talking about they woke up sore and working out with Diddy. Go lay down, Pastor Holy Whore. He trying to sell weed, y'all. And I swear to God, if I find out he get to selling this successfully, I'm going to make up a lie and call the police and have them go raid it. I swear to God, watch. On my mama, I'm a hater. Yup. I'm going to call the police one day, some random night. I'm going to ride around there and I'm going to swear to God something going on in there and I'm going to send them people in there. Watch. Just because I'm hating. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. You know how many niggas went to jail for selling weed? I don't care. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't care. I swear to God, I'm going to do it. Watch. One day, I don't know, maybe I might get on that liquor. I might be riding around and I might feel some type of way. Bitch, I'm going to pass by the church and swear to God, them niggas in there doing something. Gonna call them. Watch. If y'all see it on the news, it was me. Yeah, I'm hating. You motherfucking right, I'm hating. My brother used to get locked up for smoking weed and selling weed, girl. Please, yeah. Reparations. Reparations, bitch. We gonna get reparations. I said what I said. You can get it from somebody black, and Pastor Holy Whore gonna pay. Said what I said. Girl, let's move on. He gonna pay for that shit. They still used to locking up my brother for weed. Girl, they sure did. Girl, I remember one time my brother got locked up. I ain't had no way to get no weed, girl. I ain't used to pay for no weed. My brother used to have it. Girl, they locked my brother up for weed, girl. I was sick as a dog. Sick. Girl, sick as a dog. They locked my brother up, girl. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I'm calling the police. I got a flashback. You're damn right I'm calling them. You're fucking right I'm calling them. Go call them. Anyways, look a Gail old ass, bitch. You know this must be a manic Monday. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday. Gail said she looking for her old man, y'all. Look at Gail, 70 years old, saying she still ain't gave up on love. Gail, girl, every time I see you, I wish we'd have found your wig off that goddamn space shuttle, girl, bitch. Every time I see Gail, I wish that hoe would have got lost in his face on everything that I love. Every time I wish we would have found that whole wig. Y'all remember, put a 3 in the chat. I said, Lord, the spaceship gonna blow up and Gail wig gonna fall. I said they're gonna put it on the doggone on the auction block. It's gonna go up for a lot of money. And Gail survived. Yes, she did. She survived to come back and tell us she's still looking for love. Gail, nobody's gonna love you, girl. Not a person. Oprah don't even love you. As a matter of fact, I remember when you was going up on the rocket, that whole Oprah was crossing her fingers. And I feel like Oprah wanted you to die too, bitch. Don't nobody love you, Gail. Ain't nobody gonna love you, girl. And at 70 years old, all the niggas is scared of you. The clears don't know what's going on. They think you a witch. Ain't nobody checking for no Gail. Girl, Gail got the style. Gail King, 70, says she is still looking for her great love story and she keeps hope alive of one day getting married. Girl, somebody will put Gail out her misery. At 70 years old, Gail is proving that hope to find love doesn't come with an expiration date. During a recent conversation with WNBA star Asia Wilson at Time Magazine's A Year of Time and Event, the longtime journalist and CBS Morning co-host shared that she is still looking for love in all the wrong places for her own great love story. King, who has been open about her personal life over the years, spoke candidly about remaining hopeful about the love and possibility of marriage, even at this stage of her life. While she has built incredibly successful careers and enjoyed close friendships, including her well-known bond with Oprah Winfrey. King made it clear that she doesn't close herself off to romance. Instead, she approaches the idea with love with optimism and patience, and emphasizing that meaningful connections can happen at any age. King's comments resonate with many, offering a refreshing reminder that love isn't confined to timeliness, or societal expectations. Her openness challenges the notion that romance belongs only to the young and reinforces the idea that personal fulfillment can continue to evolve over time. As conversations around aging relationships and self-worth continues to shift, Gayle King's words serve as powerful statement. It's never too late to believe in love. You lying to me, bitch. Yes, it is. Whoa, yes, it is. I'm 42 and I might buy me a little YN. Girl, please. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. Girl, don't let Gayle get on this internet and lie to y'all, girl. Now, I'm not saying you can't find love. You can definitely find love. But if you Gayle, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you cannot. Now, don't get me wrong. Gayle look good for 70. She does. She look good for 70. But you know they say black don't crack. But Gayle, we not about to do this with you. No, we not. Gayle, it's over for you, fat. You might as well see if Oprah let you get a little piece of Stedman, girl, at this point in time. You might as well call Oprah and see if she'll let you get a little piece. They say Stedman don't even live with her. And the way I heard Oprah is with Stedman, she don't give a damn. Girl, please. Go be with Oprah and call it a day. That's all right, Gayle. And listen. Gayle does not give me, I'm a woman looking to be loved. Who's going to go run up the Gayle? Girl, nobody. I don't give a damn how many wigs Gayle put on and how much airbrush she doing to her skin. Nobody is running behind Gayle. Girl, go ask Oprah for a little piece of statement at this point in time, and let's be done and over with. Let's be done. Just go to your friend and say, friend, we done shared a lot over the years. I'm gonna ask you for this one last favor, friend. Just ask her. She, you know what? And you know what's crazy? Oprah been rich so long. She might be, you know what, girl? You could get a little piece. Get a little piece. Not a lot. Oprah might say, get a little piece and call it a day. You feel what I'm saying? Oprah ain't, girl, you think Oprah worried about Stedman? Stedman been with her 45 years. He ain't going nowhere else. Oh, Stedman ain't going nowhere. If he wanted to try Gayle, he would have been had her. You see what I'm saying? Girl, go get Stedman, give Gayle a little piece, and then we can go about our business. But what we're not going to do is get Gayle on this internet lying to y'all. Don't let Gayle tell y'all all of that. Gayle is lying. Gayle is a pathological liar. Say what I said. Let's move on. I swear to God, I wish you would have got stuck on that. And ooh, girl. If Gayle would have got stuck on it, and could y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine the spaceship come down and everybody get off except Gayle? Oh my God. Girl, talk about a time being had. Let's get into this. Now, y'all heard Russell Simmons went off on Kimora Lee. And speaking of Kimora Lee, before we get into her, I had heard Gene Deal was on there saying Misa Hilton slept with somebody from New Orleans back in the days. And you know, I had trickled down around the time frame Misa would have been popping that coochie for a real nigga. And it had to be around the 99 or 2000 or in or around that era. So, and I'm looking at Misa going from one New Orleans rapper or nigga to Diddy. And I said it had to be a mogul. And I'm trying to figure out, was Misa over there popping that coochie on C Murder too? Was it C Murder? Was it P? Was it Baby? I hope it wasn't that dagger Man and Fresh. I would hope not. But I did hear I didn't say it, Misa, so don't bring your little bald head ass over here. Now Gene Deal said you was over there popping that coochie for a real nigga out in New Orleans. And I know around that time it was only two high level groups of niggas. Now, I don't know which one. Was it Cash Money Misa or was it No Limit Misa? Was you a thug girl or was you a hot girl? I don't know. But what I do know is I would like to know who it was. I sure would like to know. And I feel like it was one of them Cash Money niggas. Girl, if you let Baby hit Misa, oh. Misa, if you let Baby hit, ugh. Because remember, y'all, Diddy was saying, they said Diddy like to go after other niggas' bitches, but he not just gonna go after the random, he going after the big time. You feel me? So who was it? Who was Misa fucking? Girl, y'all always fucking everybody. And speaking of fucking everybody, Kimora. Girl, did y'all hear? They say allegedly Kimora and Misa, girl, was swapping niggas. Girl, listen. I'm so glad my mama had me sheltered. Because Lord knows the enemy wanted to be a hoe. Back in the early 2000s, girl, please. Girl, yes, indeed. The enemy wanted to hold it out. Do you hear me? Girl, I used to say to myself, sometimes I used to smoke weed because I didn't drink. But back then I used to smoke weed and say, man, if I had 3 wishes, one of the wishes, I'd just be a hoe and I'd be able to erase it. I did used to say that when I was younger. I did. It's kind of like a thing. I don't know why I have it. I don't know why my brain was like that. But at any rate, I wanted to be a hoe so bad in the 2000s. But my mama was a Jehovah's Witness, and I couldn't have that come back on her. If I could turn back the hands of time, I'd have gave her a heart attack. Do you hear me? At any rate, listen. They say Kimora, Misa, all of them was swapping spit on the same knives. They say, allegedly, now I didn't say it, they say that Russell Simmons was smashing on all them hoes too, and Kimora, and allegedly, what's the one who died? Kim. They say Kim and Kimora was swapping, and girl, I don't know. All I know is when Gene came out and said that, Russell Simmons must have got a telegram from Bali, and he decided to come out and blast Kimora Lee and say Kimora stole his money and his stocks and bonds. And I want to say, even though Russell Simmons ain't shit and he out there in Bali because he hiding from them people, I believe him. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Kimora Lee has been a menace since we met her. Remember, Tyra said she tried to save Kimora Lee from Russell Simmons, and they said Kimora Lee was running behind Russ, girl, allegedly. And they said she was about 14, 15. And don't get on here, all you high-mighty hoes, acting like, oh, that was so asinine. Bitch, that was normal in the 90s. 13, 14, 15, it was cool if your boyfriend was 25, 26, 27, and 30. And especially if he sold drugs or he had a good job and he could bring money home to your mama. Your mama was allowing you to have that old-ass boyfriend. Not my mama. But a lot of y'all mamas don't get on here acting different. Okay? Don't y'all get on here and get to getting amnesia. A lot of y'all mamas was cool with you at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and the nigga 29, 30, 35, and 40. Now, don't do that now. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this right. I'm just telling you there was a time where this was a thing. Okay? Now, Kimora got all that money from Russ, and I believe she went up the rainbow and back with all them other churn, and I believe that. But Russell came out and he had this to say. Look what he said. Russell Simmons fires back after Kimora Lee says she doesn't have a relationship with her kid's father. Now, Russell said he paid this whole $50,000 a month for 20 years. Bitch, what? $50,000 a month for 20 years? Bitch, they got 12 months in 1 year. And she got 2 children that's got to turn 18. $50,000 a month for 20 years. Girl, I done slept with the wrong man. It says, shortly after People Exclusive circulated in which Kimora said she didn't maintain a relationship with her kid's father, calling men weird, Russell took to social media with a lengthy and emotional response claiming there's far more to the story. In his post, Russell alleged that he gave Kimora $50,000 a month for 20 years, saying he was her best and only friend during that time. He also claimed that he served as the godfather to her other 3 children until according to him, their relationship fractured. Russell went on to accuse Kimora of stealing his stock, saying he's been fighting ever since for my kids, love, and my bread. He further claimed that he was threatened and warned that if he ever sued her, I would never speak to my kids again. Ending his message, Russell stressed that the public is only hearing one perspective, writing there are two sides to every story. Kimora has not publicly responded to his claims, and her People interview did not address Russell's allegations. Y'all, what if they lied on Russell and said he messed with them children and he didn't? I don't know, but what if he did? Because I know he messed with Kimora. He says, I gave you $50,000 a month for 20 years. I was your best and only friend. I'm the godfather to your other 3 kids until one day you stole my stock. I have been fighting for my kids' love and bread ever since. You threatened that if I sued you, I would never speak to my kids again. There are two sides to every story. And Kimora Lee has says that she doesn't have a relationship with her kid's father and that guys are weird. First of all, any woman that say guys are weird, if she not a dagger, I'm questioning the bitch. What you mean? And then second of all, I believe you stole that man's stocks. I believe that. Yes, I believe it. And you know what, Russell? That's good for your bald head ass. You know why? Leave them little girls alone. You was out there hunting them children when you was 40 and 50. That little girl was 13, 14, and 15. That was the universe. That's the ancestors. See how they snatched your little change out you and said, bitch, give me that. You get it? So she stole your money. Oh, well, you shouldn't have went for ablation. Say what I said. You know what I see though? Niggas could say whatever they want. I ain't never seen a black woman take nothing from niggas like everybody else. I ain't never seen a story where a black woman sued this nigga and took all of his money. I just ain't never seen it. Maybe y'all seen a story and I haven't seen it. Maybe it missed me. But I have never seen a successful black man come on the internet and tell us how a black woman took everything he had. I just ain't never seen it. Can y'all enlighten me? Maybe there is one and I missed it. Y'all, please. You know why? Because even on the worst of the worst days, we still care about you, raggedy mother. Man, watch out. Even when we want you niggas locked away in jail, bitch, we still care about you. We still want to make sure you got something on your books. We crazy like that. I don't know. But I do believe Russell, and I do believe that Kimora stole his stocks. But I also believe that was the universe paying you back, Russell. So it is what it is. I don't know what you want us to do. You shouldn't have married her. You chose the bitch. You wanted to go be Joseph and get Lil Mary. Now that she done stole your money, what you want us to do? That's a genuine question. That's your fault. Now I want to move into this Q with Dawn situation. First of all, did y'all see Danity Kane was on tour and Dawn Richardson? What's the slut name? Did y'all see that Danity Kane is on tour and Dawn not there? Hold on. And I'm so happy. So Danity Kane is on tour. We in the car. We riding slow. We doing things that the girls don't do. The boys stare. We smile back. All my girls in the pink Cadillac, or whatever them hoes used to be saying. And they got Aubrey out there hollering, show-stopping stilettos. Girl, that shit was fire back in the early 2000s. Bitch, you couldn't tell us nothing. Do you hear me? I ain't even buy the album. But I ain't gonna lie. When that show-stopping, bitch, you couldn't tell me nothing, bitch. I was finding me some stilettos to get over there, girl. You know, the only other time I used to pull them out was stilettos, pumps, in the club. Whoever thought that these girls would get crunk? That was the only other time I used to pull out my stilettos. Because, you know, back in the days, you could wear tennis shoes to the club. Okay? However, if I wasn't pulling them out for Crime Mob, I was definitely putting them out. We in the car. We riding slow. Yes, I was, girl. Yes, I was. You couldn't tell me nothing, girl. Please, stop playing. So anyway, Danity Kane went on tour, and they didn't invite Dawn. Look, y'all. And them hoes sound good. Go ahead on Danity Kane. Go ahead, and they sound good. I thought Aubrey's voice wasn't going to be the same since she got all that work done. But it turns out her mouth still worked. That's what's up. Danny Kane sound good. And look at Dawn won't get on there talking about something. Oh, y'all look good, girls. I didn't see nobody call me. Ain't gonna call you, bitch. Ain't gonna call you, Dawn. And Dawn from New Orleans. We gotta take a L. Let's be clear. Let's really be clear. Dawn Richards, what's her name? Dawn. Let's just call her whole Dawn. Dawn from Danny Kane. That hoe has been suspect since day one. And then when I found out that Dawn knew Diddy before making the band and her auditioning was all semantics, when I found that out, I really squinted my eyes at Dawn. That came out during the trial. So in case y'all don't know, Dawn from Danny Kane knew Diddy long before making the band. She knew she was going to get signed to making a band before Diddy. Okay? I mean, before making a band. She just came on the show acting like she was surprised, going, But this happens on all of these reality TV shows. Y'all just don't know it. However, back then, Dawn wanted to be a star so bad. And you could tell how she used to always be up on Diddy. It's almost like she wanted to be his right-hand man. I remember that. It was like she was always right next to him, looking into his eyes. And I'm like, bitch, that man don't like you. He like light-skinned girls. Okay? And this the worst part. Diddy probably was frolicking with her a little, playing with her a little, you know. He probably was on a bike or the bus. You know? Playing with her a little just to get her head bang. You feel me? You know how it go. Stop acting crazy. Y'all know he was on the back of that bus a little just to get her head bang. Not enough, just a little, you know? And it got her head gone. This Diddy. This not just anybody doing this. This is Diddy. This is Diddy doing this. So, I believe from that moment on, she didn't care what Diddy wanted her to do. Whatever Diddy wanted her to do, she was going to do. And I believe Diddy told her to go date Q. And I believe through her, Diddy was over there harassing that boy Q. I remember Q from day 26 came on here and started crying. And we all thought Diddy was over there playing in his booty. Well, it turns out they say that wasn't what it was, allegedly. Because I still feel like Diddy might have been over there playing in his booty. You feel what I'm saying? However, Q came out and said that he never had an issue with Diddy playing in his booty. He felt some type of way because one day he was in a house chilling on that X that he got from Dawn, who got it from Diddy, and they came in there and he thought they was going to sacrifice him and take his soul. They have actual footage of it. Some chef came out and said she was there and it didn't happen like that. Q ended up getting into it with the girl. And let me just say this, because we got the footage of that time, and we're going to get into it. And I want y'all to pay attention to Dawn. The reason why people don't rock with Dawn is because we realize, now I'm saying we, like I was with Danny Kane. But people realized that at the time, Dawn was willing to sell any and everything to get where she wanted to get. Even the other girls in the group. Okay? Dawn don't like her cut of the program. Dawn don't like that she didn't get the career that she thought she was going to get. And then Dawn tried to flip it and act like she was losing her mind and wanted to sue Diddy. Hell, even Diddy was shocked when Dawn tried to sue him. Pay attention to the documentary. The only person, well, one of the only people they showed his reaction to the lawsuit to was Dawn. And even Diddy was like, bitch, what? Because I'm pretty positive in the back of Diddy's mind, he was like, bitch, we was out here collecting souls together. The fuck? Okay? Dawn, like Lil Rod, was willing to do any and everything for that career. They don't like their cut of the program because they got played on the other end. That's what I believe. But before we get into that, I want to get into the beginning. So, all right. So, y'all remember that interview when Q was on there crying, saying that something happened to him and he woke up screaming in the house, right? Well, he came back to say something else about it. It says, Q from day 26 says he believed Diddy tried to sacrifice him, claims Dawn gave him an ecstasy pill from Diddy that made him pass out. And in 20 minutes, he says he woke up screaming, surrounded by cameras. It felt like someone was trying to hurt me or take me out. Now, Q was saying this.
On a high.
Hold on. We're going to get into it. Hold on, because I want to get it back. I want to get it from the beginning. We're going to get into what Q was saying happened at the time. And I want y'all to pay attention to what he's saying, because that boy not lying. Hold on.
I saw phones and lights. It wasn't a video camera.
He was discussing one in which he couldn't say certain.
Like,
And also, before I forget, Dawn Rashard.
which was Dawn. She gave me an ecstasy pill. And she said...
Is that what she said it was?
Yeah, she said it was ecstasy. And she said it was from Puff to give to me. And it was red. And I took it because I thought I was going to get freaky with my girlfriend. You know, we tried ecstasy before. And I trusted her that that's what it was. So I took it immediately, and she had one too. He gave her 2 of them. I took mine. Within like 20 minutes, I knocked out and blacked out. I woke up in the twins' bedroom in the basement, and I woke up out of my sleep screaming very, very loud.
Who are the twins?
I don't know their names.
You're talking about Diddy's daughters?
Twins.
Okay.
Yeah. Diddy's twins. His girls. Yeah, I woke up in their bed. Cameras filming me, and they were laughing as I woke up out of my sleep, screaming. And it felt, which was, I'm not gonna cry.
Okay.
Yeah, take your time. It's okay. It's understandable that you're reliving this and emotion comes with it. There's just no way around it. So it
felt very sacrificial. That's what I meant when I said, I felt like they were trying to hurt me, or Diddy was trying to maybe sacrifice me that night. I didn't say, when I went on Vlad TV, I didn't say anything about finding a sacrificial email.
Hold on. What he's discussing in regards to Vlad TV is that's one of the interviews that the boys did. He had to leave gaps within that interview, and they decided to fill those gaps. It's kind of what I've experienced this past week. As you guys know, we started this out, and it was, we all have this intention to talk our way through to the end of this trial.
And that's Aubrey and Q. That's Aubrey explaining what Q was talking about. And basically what Aubrey is saying is he's kind of filling in the gaps from the last interview, because people thought that he was saying something else. But what he was talking about was he felt like Dawn and Diddy tried to sacrifice him.
And hopefully see justice for whatever whatever is proven and whatever the jury decides. Even you had situations that were just made up out of nowhere.
Like
last week, he was discussing one in which he couldn't say certain things because he's honoring a contract. And within that, people decided to fill in the blanks. So he discussed an email. He had tears. People put it together that he's crying over an email and what it basically tried to suggest that he's not a man and he's boo-hooing over an email.
I know there are some details about the incident you described. Maybe you don't want to get into. And no, let's get into it. Okay, we can. Can I go with how, I know you can be open about how it made you feel, right? So you're saying after this particular incident, you left there feeling, you called it sacrificial, but you felt as if they
were trying to hurt me in my sleep. Because I woke up screaming. I woke up out of my sleep screaming. So what I mean by it felt like sacrificial, it felt like someone was trying to hurt me or take me out, because I possibly couldn't have woke up out of my sleep that night.
Do you know what happened to you?
I woke up
Last week.
screaming like a girl to the top of my lungs at a high pitch.
Well, did you have clothes on?
I think I was in my shorts because I remember jumping into a swimming pool.
But do you believe that some of what happened to you was recorded on one or many of these iPhones?
Oh, yeah. I saw phones and lights. It wasn't a video camera. It was a phone camera light.
So there are people who do know what happened to you, and there's a reason you believe why they're not telling you?
Mm-hmm. Screaming like a girl to the top of my...
Q believes that Diddy and Dawn was trying to do some sacrificial stuff with them. He claims they gave him an X pill. The X pill made him go to sleep, or he was knocked out or whatever. And he said they came rushing in and scared him. And he thought because of the way they startled him, he could have thought it was some sacrificial, like ritualistic type, whatever. Either way, it scared him. It scared the bejesus out of him. And here is the video clip to show what happened. Hold on. They put the video clips up here. Hold on. This is the day in question they talking about.
Hey, yo, we about to go downstairs and get cute. Everybody come on.
How you feeling, Q?
That nigga said, "You was pissed at first."
How you gonna live with a party, nigga?
How you in the party? This nigga on the party.
No, I was like
5 hours. Yo, you still? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yo, your face. You said it.
So this is the day in question. This is when he said he didn't know what was going on. But let me say this, whatever what was going on, Dawn was in on it. Now, according to him, he said Dawn came to him with an ecstasy pill. He said he took one, Dawn took one. They both used to take them and sleep with each other. But I'm telling you, I believe Diddy sicked Dawn on her. I believe that Diddy saw that Q was a little soft and was like, Dawn, you go get him. And I believe he sicked her on him. And he loved, it seemed like he loved Dawn. It seemed like he really liked her. But Dawn didn't give a damn about Q. Dawn was doing whatever it was to make Diddy happy. Yes, he is sensitive. He is sensitive. He's definitely sensitive. And I think Diddy knew that. That's why he sicked Dawn on him. My heart goes out to Q. Whatever the hell was going on in that doggone place, it just reminded me of old school sleepovers. This is why my mom ain't never let me go to sleepovers. I went to one sleepover in my whole life. But this is why, because girl, what y'all mean playing pranks? Bitch, we grown. What you mean? Waking me up talking about a prank. And all of that. Get out my face. Girl, please. I feel bad for Q, but I'm saying all that to say Dawn is not to be trusted, y'all. Dawn is not to be trusted. And I'm telling you, she only jumped on that bandwagon with this doggone, she only jumped on this lawsuit bandwagon because everybody else jumped in on it. Did y'all see this, y'all? Dr. Simone from Married to Medicine. I haven't watched Married to Medicine in a while, but I did want to share this with y'all because I feel like this is something that we all dealing with in 2025. Not all of us, but most of us. So, Dr. Simone from Married to Medicine, she has 2 boys. She also has a son. Dr. Simone is the breadwinner for her husband and her 2 boys. I said 2 boys and a son. Her husband and 2 boys. They live, eat, sleep, shit off of Dr. Simone. Okay, let's be clear. I think Dr. Simone and Cecil are my favorite off of Married to Medicine. I've always thought that they were my favorite. I think they're the most down to earth. I've always thought that Cecil was the most down to earth. I like Cecil. But let's call a thing a thing. Cecil is a bum. I don't know if y'all know this, but I was there. Dr. Simone said when she met Cecil, he was living in his mom basement. Dr. Simone had to scrape and scratch all the way through college, all the way to medical school, found herself made herself into the woman that she is, and when peeled Cecil out of his mom basement and had been taking care of her husband Cecil ever since then. Come on now. Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Because, see, I know Simone going through it, but Simone made and created this monster. Simone found her husband in his mom basement or attic. Don't remember, don't matter, up or below. She found that nigga in his mom basement trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. She took that nigga out his mom basement and been taking care of that nigga ever since. Well, Simone turned around and created 2 boys with that same nigga. And now all 3 of these boys rely solely on Simone. Them niggas can't wipe their ass without Simone. Mind you, Simone's boys are grown. One of them gotta be at least 30. And they can't eat, sleep, or breathe without Dr. Simone. Now, the youngest one, Michael, who is Simone's 2-bit chance, aka spitting image, she has spoiled him so bad that she done found out this little nigga done spent $60,000 off the credit card last year. Let me say that again. Her son, the youngest one, Michael, has spent $60,000 off the credit card last year. And he has all the balls, cojones, and everything in the world to look across that table at Dr. Simone and say, hey, girl, you should still pay for me to get a car and fund the rest of my life because you got it. Now, they going back and forth, and Dr. Simone now wants a divorce from her husband because she done had enough. And I'm saying, Simone, you need to divorce yourself. You created this monster. You went found your husband out his mom basement and been feeding and breastfeeding him. And then you had 2 more boys, shitted them out and been breastfeeding them. Why are you mad at the results? I'm going to let y'all hear, because Bravo loves dragging a bitch down to the ground. I'm going to let y'all hear a little bit of what Simone had been going through with her son and how entitled this little nigga is. And he looked just like, Y'all, let's get into it.
Once Miles and Michael told me that they were going to be graduating this year, all I have been able to think about is moving forward financially.
Basically, what I did was just calculate the Chase bill for last year, month by month. January.
Mama, can I stop you right there? This is going the wrong direction.
Why does this have to be negative?
It doesn't.
It's factual information.
Michael spent over $60,000 by himself on this card.
The Chase bill.
If I were you and I wanted a car,
And that's where she lost me. Michael did what? Bitch, the way I would have called them people and called fraud on my own child? Girl, please. Bitch, Michael did what? I don't give a damn how much money I make. What did Michael do? Spent $60,000 off the credit card? Bitch, Michael would be in jail and doing Fed time. Say what I said. Yes, the one that I had. He would be in jail doing Fed time for fraud. White collar crimes, bitch. Yes, he would. Whoa, yes, he would. My son would be in jail for doing white collar crimes. You're going to prison. Got to know it.
I wouldn't be arguing with the person you're asking to buy the car. But that's me.
This needs to be shared so that he has a clear understanding about the value of money, about the value of just swiping a motherfucking credit card.
So have you been thinking about where you want to go to law school, how you're going to finance your education?
I do have a mother who makes pretty good money.
I ain't gonna hold you. Michael sitting like this in this chair as I'm talking, trying to tell this little nigga money don't grow on trees. Just him sitting in the chair like this alone would have got my hands to windmilling. I ain't even gonna lie. My nerves, God been working on me. He have. But if I would have been sitting down with this little buck-tooth bastard and I'd have looked across that table and that nigga would have been sitting across that table like this, as I'm over here trying to explain how you done went through $60,000 of my money, girl, the way the cameras would have had to stop, girl, I would have ran on Michael so fast. Do you hear me? But again, she created this monster. This her. She made this one.
I don't feel like I should be footing the bill for anything other than the roof over your head, that sort of a thing.
So when you start talking about law school, graduate school, and so forth, if you're not getting any support, right?
And it's the husband. Now, you know what always bothers me about the husband? Don't talk to me and my kids. When me and my kids are addressing money issues, you shut up. And I love Cecil, but Cecil, let me read you right quick. Not only is you not providing the way you should, wasn't you around there choosing your best friend over your wife? Nigga, don't open your mouth when I'm talking to my sons about money. Shut up. You don't have a say. Nah. If I'm going to set the example, I'm going to set the real example. Yeah, I'm spurling y'all, but your daddy don't have shit. He just here for the ride. Shh. Shh. Cecil? Shh. Shut up. You not helping fund none of this. Shh. Shut your bitch ass up before I run on you too. Shut the fuck up. Then on top of that, Cecil jumping in to help up for the boys. Oh, girl, the way my arms would have got the windmilling, girl, please. Girl, Married to Medicine, I'd have got kicked off the show because I'd have fought my husband and my church on the show. Oh, girl, yes, indeed. Oh, girl, y'all done fought y'all family for less. I would have fought my husband and my church. Oh, yeah, would have went sky off of Black Ink. Bitch, I would have went sky on them niggas. I would have fought Cecil and the boys. Sure would have, bitch, and would have did it unapologetically.
If no one's helping you to do that, and it sounds like, based on what your mom is saying, that's what would be the ideal situation.
So the only one here at the table with an actual graduate doctorate degree is me. And how I did it was I got scholarship money and loans.
Your mom was not able to do the things for you that you are able to do for us.
And that right there is the problem. I brought this up because Black women, for those of us, and I'm saying us being loosely, but for those of Black women who are going through this is all your fault. Yep. You did this. Just like Simone did this, you did that. See, y'all don't believe y'all children should suffer, and that's a problem. Black America, that is the biggest. You don't believe that your children should suffer, and that is a problem. Do you want to know why that's a problem? Because life offers suffering. At some point in time throughout life, you will have to suffer. If you take that away from a child growing up and he finally runs into it as an adult, this is why they go crazy. Y'all want to raise these perfect patty ass kids and y'all fucking them up. Y'all don't believe y'all children should work for things. Y'all believe they should be given everything. That's why these little bastards are growing up and messing up the world. Y'all created this. We created it. Spurling our children. Yay!
What about all the rich white kids, their parents pay for their way to do everything, and then they get out of college debt-free and are millionaires?
So what about all the white people who pay for their kids to go to school, be debt-free, and they still ain't doing shit?
Now, Michael's point is still a valid one. We are blessed. We are in a situation where we can help.
Oh, no, baby. Michael don't get a valid point when Michael don't have a job. And you don't get a valid point when you not over here contributing the way that you should. So now here come the husband talking about Michael has a valid point because we can't do a motherfucking thing. You ain't doing nothing.
Who here at the table gives a about how hard I'm working?
Nobody.
Instead of being able to move towards retirement?
Nobody.
Me.
He said that he thinks every day about what he can do to be able to give back to you. That's what he said. But then don't.
If I'm dead before he finishes law school, then what?
That can happen because God might take you away.
I'm done talking about this.
Oh, I don't care. Be done.
Girl, let me tell y'all something. Let me just say this, y'all. Amen. Stop spoiling these children. I told y'all about the time I cut my daughter debit card off in Walmart as she was swiping. The most embarrassing time of her life. But she had to know what it feels like to swipe her card and that bitch don't work. Yeah. It wasn't they didn't have money on it for my child. They had money on it. I called USAA and said, shut that bitch off. Cut it off. And she was mid-swipe and that bitch said, She called me panicking, Mom, what's happening? Something is wrong. I know I have money. She had to know what it feel like for that bitch to say no. And y'all problem is y'all don't want y'all children to see what it feel like for that fucking for them to hit that tap on that card and that bitch go and y'all don't want the children to see what that feel like. And that's why they like that. That's why y'all husbands is like that. That's why all y'all was like that. That's the problem, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Y'all spur these churn, and then when y'all get the product of what you spur them as, y'all get mad. Then this the worst part. She got 2 boys going out to the world to get with your daughters who y'all over there on their ass, telling them about how they can need to work hard, get 50 11 educations, and all y'all doing is create more dynamics of these bitch-ass little boys going out there going to find other women to take the place of their mom. And this is even worse. Black women are doing even better. They doing even better in 2025, 2026. So they getting money. These niggas turning into career baby daddies. And this is what we creating because black women, it still comes back to us. The way we've been raising our boys has to stop. We coddle them. All of our kids, really. We coddle our kids. We don't let them suffer. We don't let them struggle. They don't appreciate nothing. They don't. They're a bunch of entitled brats, children of the corn even, some of y'all. Yeah, they look good, shiny like a new nickel, but they ain't worth 2 nickels rubbed together on the inside. So Michael sitting up there talking about he ain't got time to talk about this to Simone. He has every right. Simone planted this seed. She can't get mad that the rose bush done grew and is thorned out. Y'all better start telling them little bastards no. They listen, life gonna tell them no. Life gonna decline the card. Life gonna make them learn that they got a doggone apply for scholarships. Y'all trying to create this illusion for your kids that does not exist, and it bothers me to the core. It bothers me to the core. Stop it. You are hurting society, spurling that badass child. Don't nobody want to deal with your badass child but you. Stop it. And let's stop acting like rich white people have it up and down. We just seen what the Menendez brothers did to their mama. And one of them was a menudo. So please, I don't want to hear stop making rich white people the standard. The mamas be on pills. And ain't seen her coochie in months and years. The daddy ain't been home, and them children be running wild. Stop making them the doggone the goalpost to be using. But yeah, I wanted to bring that on here to tell black women stop doing that, y'all. You did that. Nobody's at fault for this but Simone. Literally, nobody's at fault for this but Simone. Simone is the only person at fault. But somebody's doing parenting right. Did y'all see Remy little girl birthday party? She had a big birthday party and it was so age appropriate. Look at this. Look. See, somebody's still raising little girls. Look at her. She got her ruffle socks on. She had an actual themed birthday party. It's age appropriate. She ain't got a whole bunch of makeup on her face looking like she's 30, even though she's 6. They ain't no little John Brené Ramsey running around. This is so cute. At least Remy understands how to be a mother to a little girl. Because I see Northwest over there looking like a goddamn, don't get me started. This is very age appropriate, very pretty, very cute. I thought it was so cute. It reminded me of when I used to throw birthday parties for my little girl. And she had the Hannah Montana theme one year at the skating ring, and then one year she had the at the bowling alley. She had the presents. My baby had a theme every year. This is cute. Some of y'all need to keep y'all little girls. That's y'all problem. Look at what the little ruffles on. So cute. Now I love this. I love this. Shout out to Remy with your little silly tail self. Look at all them clear kids coming to get all them free gifts. Well, she ain't got no black friends. Black people, y'all got to stop putting y'all children. Y'all got to get them around their hood cousins too. Because see, me, I would have had the clear friends from school, and I would have had her hood cousins there. I would have had both of them there. I sure would have. I would have had them hood cousins who ain't never had shit there too. Let them come get a good gift too. But shout out to Remy. I thought this was cute. This was really cute, very age appropriate. And look at Pap. That's cute. Go ahead on, Pap, out there extorting that other lady for her money. Go ahead on, Pap. Go ahead on, Pap. I wonder if Dagarissa was there. I doubt it. I don't think he bought Dagarissa. I don't think he should. Now let's move on. Y'all, did y'all see this video of T.I. talking about the church as a business? Did you guys see this? So T.I. was talking to Kirk Franklin. Y'all know that little freak. And Kirk Franklin decided to let T.I. let it rip about why he don't rock with the church. And you know what, T.I., he's representing what a lot of us in this age group feel about the church. I want to say between 1975 and 1995. If you was born in that era, we don't really rock with the church like that. Yeah, some of us got caught up in the church, but for the most part, we watch our parents get sucked into that church shit. We watch them pray and cry and all this, and ain't nothing happen. And we just kind of was like, yeah, we not doing that. Most of us in that generation, I say between 75 and 95, that between them, that generation, we don't really rock with the church. Well, T.I. was over there with, like I say, he was over there with Kirk Franklin, and this is what he had to say as to why he don't believe in church. He says church is a business, and he's not lying. Let's get into it.
I've never been a church person. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a house with a strong, praying, tambourine bumping grandmama. You know what I'm saying? My auntie, strong, very, very strong in prayer. So I know how to pray, and I know the word. You know what I'm saying? I know God is real, and I've seen the presence in the hand that he's had in my life personally. Don't nobody ain't got to tell me that. I just ain't never felt the connection with church.
Why?
Man, I just don't know. It just ain't. To be honest with you, I don't think it's real. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a business just like anything else, and it's a show just like anything else. You know what I mean? Just like you go to Broadway, you see a show. I feel like.
And let me say this too, because somebody in the comments said it's not the church, it's the people. It's the church and the people. Yeah. It's the church and the people. Yep. You want to know why I say it's the church and the people? Because these people only get like this in this building. That's where all of this hoopla happening. All of the sexual assault, all of the rapes, all of the thievery, all of that happened under that building. It's the building and the church. It's the people and the church. Yes, it is. You're not going to tell. I don't know if it's in the glass stained windows. I don't know what it is. It is the people and the church. That's when it's something about that building get these people minds to going crazy. I think it's both of them. That's just me. I could be wrong.
Like it's just like somebody standing up and public speaking, just like you get like a TED talk. And a lot of times they be putting a lot of cap on it. And when I say cap, I'm saying cap in their action. The word is the word, but sometimes they try and twist the word, make the word mean something, you know, that will be personally benefiting to them, and not necessarily what the word mean, you know, as its purpose. And that to me, because if you think about it, and only times when you read the word, anybody know the word, and you studied the life of Jesus Christ, the only time you really saw Jesus Christ lose his temple was in the church.
Hello?
He went to the church and seen what was going on in the church, seeing how the church people were handling the word of God and what they were doing to manipulate it, to personally benefit, you know, from the word of God. That's
what I don't understand about church people. If you understood how much Jesus hated the church, how do you flock to it? And I don't want to hear that was a one-off. Every time Jesus dealt with the synagogue or the church, he either was cursing it, he was either dragging for it, or he was saying, get the hell away from it. Jesus hated the church, my nigga. Yes, yo Jesus, whether he's the white one or the black one, he hated the church. He hated it. He flipped tables over in that bitch. He hated the church. So I don't even understand why people, if they say they believe in God and Jesus so much, how you believe in the church when Jesus hated the church? He hated that. He hated the people in that bitch. He walked the earth all the time telling y'all, God is not in the church. He's in the heart. He said, what it was, 2 or more people gathered together and y'all, it is church. He hated the building. He did. And I'm not going to tongue wrestle and religiously tongue wrestle with nobody. But this is why it's a problem to follow a person anyway. Because if you try to follow a person, even if it's Jesus Christ, you're trying so hard to follow in their steps and you don't even know where they were going. If you don't understand what Jesus was truly about, then you already lost. That's the witchcraft. It's like that book y'all love so much, that Bible. Y'all can't live without that book. Y'all act like there's nothing but truth in that book. The witchcraft comes in when you pick it up automatically believing it. It's the same thing with Jesus, and it's the same thing with church. The witchcraft come in when you pick it up thinking that it is what it is and is not touched, and we supposed to just go with the move. I believe, this is just what I believe. I believe when they first introduced the church to us as a people, I believe that some of us came in to do our people dirty, but I believe some of us used the church to help our people. As the time went by and the niggas got dirtier, I believe the church got dirtier. So much so that today, if you go to church in 2025, I'm not talking to you about nothing with God, religion, spirituality. I don't want to talk to you. You're dead. You're dead in the head. No shade. If you are a Bible thumper or if you go into church, I don't have no talking for you. You dead. You gone. That's just me. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to battle you. I'm not even girl, you gone. You already out the lunch. You already all the way out there. There's nothing that I can do with you. You're done. The church is trash. If you still going to church, I'm going to tell you not all y'all. A lot of y'all, especially the ones that y'all going in them mega churches, y'all only going for everybody else. Y'all going for the show. Y'all going so everybody else can see you. You definitely going to hell. I don't know who need to hear this, but somebody out there go to church just so everybody else can see you. God know that, and you going to hell. If you believe in hell, I'm just telling you now. Yeah,
That's when Jesus got mad, flip a table.
Oh, that's when he flipped the table.
Yeah, flip a table. You know what I'm saying? And he had Jesus out here like he don't love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that's why. Cause I connect with the word, like the true word, the spirit. I don't need no broker. I don't need no middleman. I don't need nobody to get my word. You know, I done heard a preacher, I've been to church before, and the preacher say, come on, y'all, put it to the collection plate, dig deeper, get your prayers past the ceiling. I say, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all telling me I got to pay this joker. You know what I'm saying? For my God to hear my prayer, man, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's unfortunate. Like that. Those moments are unfortunate.
I mean, they are, and I'm not, and I don't put that on the entire, because I think for the most part, there are people who are strong church going, God fearing people that go to church with the intention of serving and praising God. However, you know, I think there's some leadership. There's enough leadership. There's enough people in enough positions that understand that there is ways to manipulate this word to personally benefit. I've never been like a church person. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a house with.
You know what's so odd about having this conversation? I guess my brain thinks differently. T.I. is having a conversation about how the church is a business with Kirk Franklin, who sold gospel music as a whole as a business. He literally sold Kirk Franklin in the family. Let's get his little bitty ugly ass on here with his little freaky tail self. He sold gospel music to the industry. See, while we was over there bopping, DT, are you with me? Oh yeah, we got the church. While we was over there bopping and stomping, we not realizing Kirk Franklin selling the whole gospel music industry to the big industry. So it's odd that T.I. is on here saying that church is a business as he's looking at the nigga who sold the music portion of church to the industry. He did. He literally sold it. He literally sold it. Literally. It's rich. It's just very rich to me. But yes, church is a business. That's why Pastor Holy Whore was just on here telling y'all that y'all need to be cool with the people that smoke weed. I'm the people because I smoke weed. You get it? Pastor Holy Whore was just on here. It is a business. It's a game. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass concert. I ain't gonna lie. People that go to church, I think something wrong with people that if you go to church in 2025, I think something mentally might be wrong with you. No cap. And I'm not saying that. And I think let me rephrase this. I think there are some people who go to church who genuinely go for a spirit and for a word, and they really get that. But the mass majority of y'all, I think if you go to church in 2025, mentally, something wrong with you. Mentally, I do. I think mentally, I feel like I could swindle you. Yeah, y'all some Santa Claus believing ass niggas. Y'all niggas still believe Santa Claus gonna come down the chimney and get y'all gifts on Christmas morning. Y'all some weird ass niggas. That's just me. I don't know, but shout out to the people that go to church. He's right. It is a business. That's all it is. Ain't nobody getting blessed in no church. Ain't nobody getting nothing out of church but bullshit. All you getting is a show. You getting to look like you got money. You get to sit up front if you giving thousands every week. If not, you get to sit in the bike. If you give hundreds every week, they might let you sit in the middle. You get to put your hat on. You get to come down to the church, put on your clothes that you come out the club from, and act like you got it when you really don't. You out there struggling like the rest of them, but you playing like you got it, writing them checks that you really don't have, hoping that it come back tenfold, as the pastor say, and he over there playing because he's smashing on everybody, collecting y'all money, girl. It's a big-ass show. I don't play with people who go to church. I ain't gonna lie. And I love y'all. I just don't play with y'all. I just don't frolic with y'all. I love y'all down to the ground. I just don't frolic with y'all. Y'all different. Y'all a different breed of people. And I'm on a different level. You get it? Mentally, I feel like that's gonna take me back. Oh no. I feel like that's gonna bring me back. Can't do it. Can't do it, won't do it. Can't stop, won't stop, Rockefeller Records. Now let's move on. Let's move on really quickly. Did I get everything before I get to Tariq? Oh, Bobby Shmurda. Who popped Bobby Shmurda? They say Bobby Shmurda got beat up at the club. Why y'all did that to Bobby Shmurda? He always so happy. He's always smiling. So apparently Bobby Shmurda was at the club and them niggas whooped his ass. And y'all had Bobby Shmurda on here laughing and crying with knots on his head. Hey.
You just fucked up the whole program. Don't you run from this pipe!
I'm so alive.
Whoever jumped on Bobby Shmurda, y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong. Bobby don't be bothering nobody. That boy be high as the cost of living. He just be dancing and smiling. Whoever put their hands on Bobby Shmurda's New York, this is why y'all on another Borough Water Advisory too. And I don't even know if this happened in New York. But whoever did that to Bobby, y'all wrong. Leave Bobby alone now. That boy be minding his business. He just be chilling and high and drunk and all of that. Leave Bobby alone, y'all. They say he almost off probation, and here y'all come. Leave Bobby alone with his little feminine tail self. Leave him alone. That boy be minding his business. I saw y'all pop Bobby upside the head. I said, y'all wrong for that. Leave Bobby alone. That boy don't be bothering nobody. And I know if he hit somebody, they hit him first. Leave Bobby alone, y'all. Let's move on. Keep him in your, no, don't keep him in your prayers. Do not get up on the prayer line with that bull, please. Don't have time. Now I want to get into Tariq Nasheed right quick. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let me say this too before we get into it. When it comes down to Tariq Nasheed, I don't like going at him because Tariq's movement is very, very important to what we got going on here. Hold on, I know what you call him. Hold on, y'all. Stand by. So Tariq's movement is very important, in my opinion, to what's going on in the world today with our people. Let me tell you what I mean. The delineation movement is very, 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 very important. The reason why the delineation movement is so important is because this is going to force us to figure out who we are. The only way to find out who we are is to separate from who we are not. Okay? Let's really, really, really be clear about that. Did I send it from the dollhouse? Hold on. So, hold on one second. So, and I could go pull it off this page. I'll probably just do that if I can't find it on here. So anyways, what was I saying? So Tariq Nasheed, his delineation movement is very, 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 very important because it is going to cause us to separate from all these other people who are cosplaying to be black. And then it's going to cause us to not only separate, but it's going to cause us to realize who we are. Now, I've seen that Tariq gave Black Americans in America today a new name, calling us foundational Black Americans or whatever. And he's saying that it is a lineage. And from what I'm seeing, it is. And he's also over there talking about how this, that, and the third. Now, this is where my problem come in with Tariq Nasheed. I'm not going to lie. Prior to me knowing exactly who he was, I thought Tariq was a Pan-Africanist. Now, I know y'all done been on here saying he's not a Pan-Africanist, this, that, and the third. But ultimately, I'm telling you what I thought when I found the nigga. I thought he was a Pan-Africanist. Now, I found out about the Indian stuff. I did my own genealogy, and I realized, hold on, we good. I'm an Indian, right? That's when I realized I am indigenous to this here land. I knew that. I didn't need nobody to tell me that. I knew that I was indigenous to this land. Why? Because I did my genealogy. I went and got documentation to find out who I was and where my family come from. I done went all the way back to the late 1600s on my family. Okay, so on my maternal side, not my paternal side, my maternal side. So I know exactly who I am. Now, what Tariq Nasheed did, and I ain't gonna lie, it kind of messed with me a little bit, but it seemed like what Tariq Nasheed did was kind of double dutch in between situations and make it seem as if we are a new ethnic group, and we are not. We are not a new ethnic group. We are who we have always been, which are copper-colored Black American people, okay? Everything that we do now, we have always done. Everything that we have done then, we do now. I want to show y'all, I seen this on Topcast channel. Hold on. On Topcast page. I want to show y'all this video I saw. So, a lot of people don't realize, like I told y'all, the things that we do now, we've always done. Let me show y'all. Let me share this with y'all. Topcat shared this video. I don't know if it's AI, but it's the truth that's coming out this video. There's this video showing that we created basketball, baseball. Everything that society has today comes from us. It didn't come from nobody else. However, Tariq has this narrative and this rhetoric that we came from Africa and then blended in with the quote-unquote red natives, had an ethnogenesis, and then created all of this greatness. And that is a lie. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard. Let's get into this right quick.
I shook the world again. Every punch I throw got 10,000 indigenous ancestors behind. Washita, Yamasee, Choctaw, all the people you tried to erase. My people have been boxing since ancient times. That's why I'm dangerous.
Basketball didn't start with the league. It started with indigenous black Americans. My people were playing long before borders. The blood remembers. That's why it's so easy for us to ball on you white boys.
Don Walter, can you speak on your indigenous heritage shaping how you play? The ancient ball games among Mayan and Mesoamerican cultures, those ideas existed here long before modern football. My family has always talked about indigenous roots.
Walter, so are you saying you are a Mayan?
Yes, just take a look at the Olmec heads. Those are black people. Those are my indigenous ancestors. I have Mayan blood running through me. That's why people like me dominate this sport with ease.
Carbon beings. This explains why many frame us athletes as mythic in our own traditions. We are the walking gods.
Jackie Robinson talking about the origins of baseball. Baseball traces back to ancient black civilizations, pointing to the Egyptian and Mesoamerican ball traditions. And there's no doubt to who the people were just looking at, who dominates the sports they created.
White people get uncomfortable when we outperform expectations, but they don't understand. I'm just doing what my indigenous ancestors encoded in my DNA. The Olmecs were black, the Egyptians were black, and they created baseball.
Mr. Root, there's been talk about your roots. Any truth to the stories?
All I'll say is this. My family has black indigenous ties that run deeper than folks are comfortable with. I am a mulatto, and I stand with the black Americans. Baseball came from the indigenous people. Always did.
This is Manute Bol, whose stature has sparked conversations beyond basketball.
My authors talk about giant indigenous ancestors. Across America, mountains have been discovered with giant bones of my ancestors kept by the Smithsonian. I'm a descendant of the giants.
World Cup champion Diego Maradona. This game is ancient, and the ancient people like the Olmecs were black people like Pelé. Pelé showed the world what was possible. I learned from watching the greats. Respect always. Muhammad Ali, man, I told y'all, I shook the world again.
Listen, y'all. This is just a video, but this is the truth. All of the sports, even the Olympics, these are things that we have done for ancients and thousands of years. None of us came from Africa, guys. We didn't. Unless you can find genealogy paperwork and show us the African, more than likely you didn't. Now, fast forward, Tariq Nasheed has this movement, and the delineation movement is a must. I think it is so necessary. But I'm not going to lie. I get the cringing sometimes when this nigga get to talking because he's purposely misleading the people. He have our people believing that we are a new ethnic group that was created through an admixture, and that's not true. If you did your genealogy, you would see that that is not true. If you find any European descendants in your lineage, you have to first make sure that they were white, because European doesn't automatically mean white. There were a crap ton of Europeans that were black. As a matter of fact, the original Europeans are black. So even if you find European admixture, or even if you find something in your genealogy that say mulatto or anything, even Caucasian, you have to be very careful about that. People were eyeing people and identifying who they were. But even in those senses, y'all, the fact and idea that we came from Africa and mixed in with the quote-unquote red natives and became what we are is asinine. And the only way for you to know that is if you do your own genealogy. Tariq Nasheed can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. You have to go out and do your genealogy to find out who you are. You know what the problem is in America with Black Americans? We have this notion that we have to be one big group. And that within itself has been the biggest issue that we have faced. We do not have to be one big group because we are not one big group. See, the enemy has created all these other big groups, and it's got us looking like we got to be one big group. He made the Nigerians. The white man made that group. He made the Chinese. He made the Japanese. He made the Mexican. He made the Hawaiian. And because we see all these different people in these different groups in our mind, we think we got to be one big group. That's not true. He made them big groups. We are tribal people. We've always been tribal people since the beginning of time. But here we are thinking we got to be one big group. And if you ask me if I'm being completely honest, Tariq Nasheed calling us FBA is absolutely no different from Jesse Jackson calling us African American. I know Tariq get on the internet and said we came up with this together. He a damn lie. I didn't get the vote. I never got the vote and say, yeah, we gonna be foundational Black Americans. Put a 3 in the chat if you got to vote, because I missed it. Nobody called me. Tariq Nasheed making us FBA is no different from Jesse Jackson calling us African American. Argue with your mom. Tariq Nasheed calling us foundational Black Americans is the exact same thing as Jesse Jackson calling us African Americans. I didn't get to vote. If you voted, let me know in the chat. I missed it. Yet and still, we got our people to all here. And this is what I realized, because I listen to Tariq. I listen to him. He funny as bruh. I listen to him. And I realized he has such a fire fan base that all he have to do is say it and it is so. That's all he got to do. All Tariq got to do is come on here and say it and it is so. Niggas won't question Tariq. Niggas is scared to even go at Tariq with the facts. And I don't understand why not. That nigga ain't no God. He ain't no goddamn God of all the information. And this is the worst part. This is what bothers me. When the ones who can challenge him get up there, he pick people who have a problem with articulating themselves, and then he uses that to be like, see, it's babble. It's babble. And the people just eat it up. You're being misled, grossly misled, Black America. I can't tell you who you is. Tariq can't tell you who you are. The only people or person or thing that can tell you, Black American, who you are is you and your genealogy. That's it. Jesse Jackson can't tell you who you is. Tariq Nasheed can't tell you who you is. None of these people can tell you who you are. There's only one thing that can tell you who you are, and that is your genealogy. I get it. If we want to call ourselves one big group, fine. Let's be FBA. But FBA ain't going to get us shit. Let's say, yay. FBA ain't going to get us shit. We ain't going to get nothing from calling ourselves FBA. We ain't going to get nothing. All we going to get is online battling tethers going back and forth. We ain't gonna get shit. It ain't even federally recognized. So what is y'all windmilling behind the FBA term for? I don't understand. It ain't in no laws. It ain't in no constitutions. It ain't in no bills. Nigga don't even recognize you as an FBA. What is you windmilling for? The only people recognize you as FBA is Tariq Nasheed and a few people on the internet. That's it. But here we go windmilling for the term. This is why I tell y'all, shout out to FBA. Stop getting caught up on the semantics. Stop getting caught up on the name. Stop getting caught up on the nigga who gave you the name. Do your own genealogy and find out who you are. It's easy. Do a family tree and find out who you are. That way, when Tariq get on here windmilling with the tethers, talking about we FBA, you can laugh like me because you know, nigga, whatever you say. But I know exactly when it's time for reparations and they say get in line, hold on. I wish I could find it. Baby, when it's time for reparations and they say get in line, I got my genealogy paperwork. I'm ready to get my land. I got mine. All you FBA niggas windmilling and cutting up and acting a fool when it's time to get reparations, land, and all these set-asides that were taken from my people. I wish I had it. I had it on my table. I got my documentation. You niggas can windmill about the FBA all you want. I got my documentation. documentation to say, hey, run that. Let me get that. Thank you. Please. Thank you. The point is, because I'm going to play a little bit of Tariq, and I'm going to play a little bit of the dude coming on there trying to tell Tariq that we are not African. Because this is where y'all lose me, FBA. You can't go against the Africans, but say you are African. Let me say this again, FBA. This is where you will forever lose me. You can't go against the Africans and then turn around and say you are African. Either you are African or you not. And there's no such thing as an ethnogenesis. I think that nigga made that shit up. And even if he didn't, he went and found a word to fit the bullshit that he's speaking, y'all. You either are African or you not. This why the Africans be windmilling on you niggas like 90 going west, because y'all want to double dutch in and out of Africa. You niggas want to be conveniently African, but don't want to be continental African. And that's why them Africans be on your ass every single time. And I ain't gonna lie, I be on their side. Nigga, you either one of us or you're not. You can't have it both ways. You either one of us or you not. You niggas want to double dutch in and out of Africa, and it bothers me. It sends me through the roof. You either African or you not. And it ain't no such thing as no ethnogenesis. You either African or you not. Let me also say this. Let me find my crayon. I don't know how many times I got to tell you this, but I'm going to debunk it every single time because I feel like I have to. Hold on. Let me find my crayon. Hold on. If not, I'll go look it up. No, I can find it. Let me find my crayon. I keep telling y'all, I hate when Tariq does stuff like this red native crap because it is very, very dangerous. Let me tell you why this is dangerous. Because if you understand what a red native is, then you understand that first of all, red, what is the color red? What is the color red? And what Indian red or red native is Tariq speaking of? First and foremost, Black Americans, we've talked about this before. We have family members who we call what? Red, right? I know I had two siblings, a sister and a brother. Both of them what we called red, okay? Red because they were light-skinned. You can even go look at Red Fox. You can go look at Detroit Red, which was Malcolm X. You can look at all of these people and you will see when they say the word red, they really mean me. Because red, especially Indian red, or as he like to call us, the red natives, which native and indigenous are two different things. Let's really be clear. But when you start to look at, let me make this bigger. When you start to look at the color of this here crayon, and you start to look at the color, this is a color that was this was a color that we dealt with in school. Hold on, let me fix it so y'all can see it. It used to be a color inside of our crayon colors, okay? Red, the red native is me. Do you see Indian red on here? Let me make it a little smaller so y'all can see the whole color. So y'all can see it next to my skin. Hold on. What the world? Can y'all still see it? Yeah, y'all can still see it. Let me show y'all something so y'all can really see it next to my skin so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The color Indian red, the color Indian red is your color and my color, okay? It is the color of me and you. It is a brown. Because if you understand the tone red, then you understand, especially if you have a family from Mississippi or Georgia, where there's red clay. It isn't this color red. like fire engine red. It is a brown copper color because that is also a tone of red. So when Tariq Nasheed get on the internet and say, oh yeah, we a bunch of Africans mixed with the red natives, I ask myself, who is he talking about? Is he talking about the $5 footlongs? The $5 Indians? Because if that's the case, they are not red. They are white. Siberian white huskies. They are not red. They not this red. They not that red. They not no color reds. So who does Tariq Nasheed talk about when he get on here and say that we are Africans mixed with the red natives? Who? You can't be talking about the $5 footlongs. That ain't that red. So now if you're talking about the indigenous copper color people, so now you're saying that we have half African and half indigenous Black American copper color tone. Fine. Do your genealogy, FBA, and find the African. You're gonna run right into the indigenous one. As a matter of fact, you're going to hit the rolls and see all your family is indigenous. But you're going to be hard-pressed to find the African. You know why? Because he doesn't exist. They didn't bring shiploads of no Africans all the way to America when America was filled and populated with niggas ready for the plucking and picking. It makes zero logical sense. According to the slave trade database, they said, I didn't say it, only 100 and some thousand, maybe 300,000 Africans total throughout the entire slave trade came to North America. Where the rest of all these mystery niggas come from then? I need somebody to help me out. Where do the rest of these mystery niggas come from if we got all this African niggas? Where the African come from? Find me the Africans. Pull it up on your genealogy. You're not going to find it. 99.9% of you ain't going to find one African in your genealogy. But you letting Tariq tell you that you an admixture and had an ethnogenesis. That nigga leading y'all niggas to slaughter. And I don't want to get on the internet and drag for Tariq. I've been going back and forth in my head. Is this nigga an agent? Is this nigga... That nigga leading y'all to slaughter. I said what I said. I said what I said. He leading you niggas right to slaughter. And then it's the worst part. Y'all battling other Black Americans about what you believe. I don't believe in Pan-Africanism, but I'm not going to go against another Black American because they don't identify as FBA. Y'all done turned the shit into a cult. Y'all done turned the shit into a fucking cult, my nigga. Y'all don't even know who you are. Y'all turned the shit into a cult. I had a bitch get in my comments and question if I was Black American. Bitch, I'm the one with the genealogy, and I know that hoe ain't had no genealogy. A bitch who never even looked up to see what her grandmother's real name was tried to check me on being Black American? Bitch, you don't even know your grandma's first name, hoe. But again, here we are. Y'all got to stop. This is my message to Black America. Stop worrying about who you are as a group. Do your genealogy and find out who you are individually. Stop letting people come on the internet and give you a name. Go get the name that you had for them crackers. Come here. This is the red native. When they say red, think about your cousin. Think about your sister. Think about your brother. Think about your mama. You got at least 10 people in your family that y'all call red or got a nickname red. Stop letting them tell you it's a $5 footlong that's the red person. The red person is you. Tariq is a funny ass nigga. Don't get me wrong, but that nigga leading y'all to slaughter. I'm telling y'all. Fighting over an FBA term is the dumbest shit I ever heard. You niggas could just do your genealogy and find out who you are and let Tariq play with FBA all day on the internet. But y'all, instead of doing that, because niggas is lazy, I get it. But instead of doing that, y'all gonna windmill behind a term that ain't even yours. You can't do nothing with it. It ain't gonna get you nothing. Nowhere. All you niggas gonna do is go back down to the Washington Monument and get the crying and begging again. I'm off that. We not doing that. I'm off that. All that making signs for reparations and shit, we off that. We not doing that. Not in 2026. We off that. Now, shout out to FBA. I don't have no problem. Under the term, I guess I'm FBA. But my problem come in is when Tariq get to throwing crosses with the information. And nobody's going to make me believe that Tariq doesn't know what he's doing. Let's get into this clip right quick. I heard this and I had to come on here and say something. So Tariq is on here talking about our FBAs trying to be red natives. Remind you, I just showed you what red was. Red is me. Red is you. Red is not the fire engine red that you think, and it ain't the white people that you call Siberian Huskies or $5 footlongs. The red is the copper color person, which is you. Now, this dude called up, and he was asking about FBA, talking about we're indigenous, and this is what Tariq did. I caught it. The dude, because he wasn't as articulate as he should have been, if you ask me, because he wasn't as articulate as he could have been or should have been, the dude was on the internet trying to explain to Tariq how we not African, we indigenous, and Tariq started talking over the dude. Oh, see, it's just babble. And all the people in the comments, yup, babble. This dude crazy. And the dude was trying to tell y'all the truth. Niggas, you ain't no African. You ain't come over here and had to get beat up top your head to become who you are. You've always been who you are. It is the essence of who you are. You are made in the image and the likeness of the Most High God. How dare a nigga disrespect my ancestors and say it had to be a slavery ship to come over here to make them who they are? It's extremely disrespectful that y'all keep repeating that shit. Your people had to be slaved and beat and hanged for them to learn how to cook and sing and be great. Y'all have lost y'all mind. Think about what you saying when you keep repeating that stupid ass shit. Because when you say you had an ethnogenesis, that's what you saying. You saying it took for my ancestors to get their head knocked in, slaved, beat, raped, and all of that for them to be great. And I'll be damned, not mine. You can say that about yours, not mine. Let's get into it real quickly.
Y'all raise those hands, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the building. Well, we got a lot of people in here. Y'all raise them hands. Let's get y'all up in here. All right. Let's get Brother Zay in the building. Zay, hop on, brother.
Can you hear me, brother?
Hey, what's up, Zay?
Hey, it's glad to see you on TikTok, brother.
Absolutely, man. I've been having a ball over here, brother. What's going on with you?
It's, the same old thing, just working. But it's glad to tune into your space.
And why you look like an actor that be on the Disney Channel or some shit? You look like you be like a teacher on High School Musical.
I updated my picture with AI.
Oh,
okay. For some reason, a lot of the Chinese and Japanese women, they like it, so I just kept it. They be choosing.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. My man. So what else is on your mind, brother?
Nothing much, man. I don't even know why I requested, but I wanted to see if I can get up, honestly. But
Miss Lylene, hop on in here, beloved. Let me try this. Jade, hop on in, Jade. Jade, hop on in. Unmute your mic. Hop on in, Jade.
I'm trying
Spit some knowledge to the family real quick. Hey, we need more FBA out here in these waters on the sea.
Like chopping down a tree. My name is D Killer. Come on. What's that? Foundational Black African? All right, let's hear from the Foundational Black African. All right, Foundational Black African, hop on.
I think this is it right here.
Hop on with it.
Okay, I want to ask a question.
What's going on with it, brother? Are you over here in the U.S. or Britain?
I'm in the U.S.
There you go. Now hop on camera.
Let me finish.
Yeah, I'm little.
Hop on camera, brother.
No, I'm not afraid. No, there's a reason. That's why I don't.
Hop on camera.
I don't
sir.
own my camera.
Hop, man. You got a camera. Stop playing. If you got a phone, you got a camera. Hop on camera. Hit
Yeah,
save.
I got the camera. Yeah, but I'm not ready. That's why.
You ain't ready for what, nigga? Hop on camera. All right.
No.
You are on camera. You're not going to ask your
Come
question.
on, man.
All right. Say it like a man. Want this on here? Unpinned. Okay, let me unpin that. Got on a move. All right, let's try it again. That's the rules. Get on camera. Okay, get your musty ass. All right, yeah, you're not going.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, unknown. Is that you with all that noise?
But if you can hear me, that's cool. I'll just mute every time somebody else talk. You won't be able to see me because it's dark and driving.
There you go. So
But look, you said something about the Cherokees were Native Americans and something like that, right? But because I'm a American Indians. So what you say? My question to you is, when you say we all come from Africa, right? What are you using? What proof are you using to say we all came from Africa and y'all came and mixed in with us? That's all. That's what I wanted to know.
yeah, Africans and Black Indigenous did get mixed in with each other. There was no way they couldn't have got mixed in.
But let me say this too. That's not a good enough answer. African and Americans mixed in with each other. Why? Because there's no way they couldn't. That's not a good enough answer. Mind you, he's only going off the Atlantic slave trade database. That very database told us that only 300,000 tops total Africans came to America through North America throughout the entire time. All Tariq is saying, oh, well, it had to. That's not good enough, and it should not be good enough for you.
Right?
No, I'm saying, what proof are you using that Africans came to mainland North America? What are you using the slave trade? And
Yeah.
can you tell me how?
Yeah, slave trade, slave records. Yeah.
The Atlantic slave trade. All right, because we debunked that so many different ways and so many different times.
How?
And I'm saying, like, if you, I mean, you can use slavevoyages.org to debunk that. Easy. That's say only 23 Africans.
Hold
came
on,
out here.
wait. Are you saying the slave trade didn't happen?
See?
No, I'm saying the Atlantic.
This is what he does. This is where the psychology comes in. For most of y'all will miss it. All the boy said was the slave trade voyages.org says it itself debunks your claim because according to him, he said 23 Africans. Maybe that was originally, but it was more than 23, if any came at all. In the way they said that he did. But he never questioned the slave trade. He questioned how many people came over. And what did Tariq turn around and do? Oh, so is you trying to say it never happened? Do you know why Tariq is doing that? He's going off that time Dane Calloway came out and showed us that Harriet Tubman is not real. So he's trying to get y'all already riled up. Oh, so what you trying to say? The slave trade didn't happen? He never said that. What he's saying is, your claim, Tariq, is that we had to have had African and Native admixtures. What he's saying is the very source that you're using is telling us that is impossible because not enough Africans came to America to blend like that. But Tariq gonna move the goalposts and make it seem like he's trying to say that the slave trade never happened. And let me just say this to you niggas who acting like you couldn't have been lied to. It's a very high possibility that the slave trade never happened. Find me a ship and then we'll talk about the slave trade, duck, goose. So for all you niggas running around here acting like it's asinine to not believe in the slave trade until you can find me a ship Santa Claus. It's a very high possibility none of that shit happened. Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy. You niggas want to be logical till it's time to really be logical. They got old dinosaur bones. You can't find me one slave ship. Come, don't get me started now. Don't start me. Do not start me. If you can find me millions of years old dinosaur bones, bitch, you gotta show me a slave ship. I said what I said. Them bitches even lied and said they found Noah's Ark, girl. And you can't find the goddamn slave ships? You mean you found Noah's Ark, bitch, but you can't give me one ship from one of them crackers? Man, get from around me. Get from around me.
Slave trade. That's not the same slave trade. Because you know how they move. I don't know if you know or not, but you know how they was moving Indians around to these different places. And so you saying Africans came directly from Africa.
Hold on. Forget about Maryland. Let's understand what you're saying. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Are you saying that there was they didn't bring anybody from Africa over here to North America?
I'm saying, if you saying y'all came over here from Africa and mixed in with us and created an ethnogenesis, and now everybody, because you always say,
Sir, you're going to have to stop doing that. I'm asking you a question, and you keep saying what you saying. Okay.
Now, this is what Tariq is doing. Tariq has full control of his audience. What Tariq is doing is creating doubt. He's creating a situation where there's none. All the boy is saying was, according to what you're telling your people, is wrong. Because this, and this debunks that. Tariq, no. Don't tell me what I said. Tell me what you said. And what it does is, in the audience, it creates confusion in your brain. Because you start to listen to Tariq and start feeling like, oh yeah, this nigga is babbling. Oh yeah, he a tether babble. I saw it in the audience. Tether babble. Babble this. Babble that. Plebiscite babble. You know they go to repeating all his words and shit. And I'm saying, but wait, y'all, if y'all listen to what he's saying, the boy is telling y'all the truth. There's no way that you could have been an African, came over to America and mixed and created a whole 43 million worth of people. There wasn't enough Africans that came here to do that, people. Even if you believe 300,000 came, that is not enough to create 43 million new people. But if you don't pay attention to the facts and you just listening to Tariq and let him control the way you hear the message, you're going to miss it.
Okay, let's pretend I don't know shit. Okay, so yeah, I don't know shit. Right. Now I'm asking you, because you said what I said was wrong. So tell me what's right. Are you saying?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, you got to make it plain, because it's you're kind of talking.
You said all 40 million of us are FBAs.
Damn, bro. Okay, stop. Okay, okay. You tell me what happened. You keep saying what I said. Okay, what I said was wrong. According to okay. You keep saying. Okay, you tell me, not what I said. Okay, everything I said is wrong. Now, what's right?
Now, what I'm saying is they were moving Indians around to all of, you heard of the American Atlantic slave trade? What is it called? Atlantic, Listen. Now it's another. You using the Atlantic slave trade?
Stop using me. Well, you keep. It's not me. Okay, I'm wrong.
He's creating confusion in the conversation. That's why. What? Let the boy explain. He's using your point to explain his. What he's saying is, according to the database that you using, it's impossible. What? Wait, what? It's in the audience. We so slow a little bit when it come down to listening to this stuff. We get to listening to Tariq holler, what, and take over the conversation, and we lose what the boy was saying. Listen to what he's saying, and this is even tripping up the dude.
Okay, we've established. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's you. You're gonna teach me. You're teaching me. I'm deferring to you. Listen. Slow down. I'm deferring to you. I'm an idiot. I'm deferring to you. You're gonna let me know the real deal. Okay. Did were any Africans brought over here to North America?
According to your slavevoyages.org, which is the best proof I got, only 23 Africans came here.
Okay, only 23 people from Africa came to.
The number of 23, I can't confirm or deny that. When I read slavevoyages.org, I think it said like a little over 300,000 came to North America, and the rest of the millions went to South America and the Caribbean. That's their words, not mine. I don't believe that happened the way that it happened. If it even happened at all.
And I can show you that.
The transatlantic slave. I don't believe that happened the way that they said that it happened, even if it happened at all. Now, the trans-American slave trade, I know that happened. And if you do your genealogy, you're going to see, oh, snap, my great-great-granddaddy came off a boat from Virginia to North Carolina. Oh, snap, my great-great-grandmother came off a boat from New Orleans to Savannah. You get it? I can't confirm nor deny the transatlantic, but what we can confirm through genealogy is the trans-American slave trade. And for those of you in the bite who don't understand what the trans-American slave trade is, all it was them shipping people through boats between North America, South America, and the Caribbean. And the boats had 2 people sometimes, 12 people sometimes, 100 people sometimes. But for the most part, they were moving 4 people, 6 people, 8 people, 20 people tops. It wasn't like the movies. It was nothing like that. Nothing like that. That I know happened for a fact. And if you do your genealogy, watch you find it too. Oh, snap. My great uncle came from blah, 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 blah. That we know happened. There's a ship. There's a ledger. There's a captain. There's a crew. They got everything on. All of that's up there. You can find that out right now. The trans-American slave trade happened where they were shipping people from North America to South America to the Caribbean and so on and so forth. Now that makes sense. It makes sense to be on a wooden boat up a doggone river. Hello, Mississippi. It makes sense to be on a wooden boat riding up the Mississippi River.
I can show you that.
Okay.
I wasn't trying. I can show you. No Africans came from no damn Africa to mainland North America.
Okay.
It was a very small amount.
23?
So on the slave voyagers, it say 23, and it shows the captain and everything, all his documents, everything on there. It was little kids that came from Africa, got dropped off in New Orleans and Florida. Now your proof is the Atlantic slave trade to say we all FBAs, ethnogenesis, we mixed in with the American Indians, and now we just all mixed in with DNA mixture with Africans. That's not true.
Oh God.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So you just told me
I'm glad you said this. Somebody said this too. In Virginia, don't one of them plaques say only 20 Africans came off the boat? Hell, we learned that in school. And how do you know they were Africans? Remember, they're trying to get us to believe a wooden boat went through the harshest waters of the Atlantic Ocean and came with hundreds of people on this boat. And I saw somebody say, I'm misinformed. No, sir. If you follow Tariq Nasheed, I know for a fact you misinformed. Let me say that part again. If somebody in the comments say, Boo, you misunderstanding these terms, I understand the terms very well. Okay? Way better than most of the FBAs. I ain't gonna lie. If you following Tariq Nasheed, you are grossly misinformed. He does a lot of good work with the literature. He does a lot of good work with the documentaries. But I gotta say that part. If you listening, Tariq called the natives red. He put 2 words together that don't even go together. Y'all believe the $5 footlongs are red natives. They've never been called red in history. Never. But y'all, because y'all follow Tariq, believe that the $5 footlongs are red. I just had to show you the color to show you red is my color. Girl, y'all better get from around here with all of that. Come on, man. Y'all, and I'm not gonna tongue wrestle with y'all about this. If you haven't done your genealogy, you can't talk to me about the slave trade. Let me say that again. If you haven't done your genealogy, you can't talk to me about American history. Because if you don't know the history in your own family, then you don't know what happened in American history. If you don't know what happened in your own family during World War I, World War II, then you don't know what happened in American history. You going off of what the school taught you. No documentation, no proof. You going off repeated stories. You can't talk to me if you ain't got no genealogy done. And that's on everything. And I study history. So if you haven't done genealogy, you cannot talk to me. You regurgitating shit that white boy told you. I got documentation for my history. Okay? Period. You don't, and the reason I'm saying that, let me express why I'm saying if you don't understand, if you haven't done your genealogy, then you are grossly misinformed about the slave trade. This is why I'm saying that, ladies and gentlemen. FBA, listen to me. Please listen to me. Get me up here. When you do your genealogy, you are going to find every relative that you've ever had. It's all documented. If you have relatives that came from another country, you are going to find that in your genealogy. You are also going to find relatives that came in and out of places during slavery, during World War I, World War II, and all these different places. And if what you have been taught as history is true, then you will see it in your genealogy. Do not argue with me if you haven't seen it in your genealogy. I'll give you an example. According to history, they say we've always been Christians. This is what they say. They say that, yeah, the white boy came and gave us the Jesus ship, but don't worry about that. We were already going to church. We were already practicing Christianity the way that we were. Or they would say that that's something in who we are. Cool. But when I did my genealogy from my family in Mississippi, I found that in the mid-1700s, my family, my blood, copper-colored Indians fought off the white boys from trying to put the church in the state of Mississippi. My blood. The white boy had to go get the government, the military, to come with reinforcements to put the very first black church in Mississippi. That was my blood. That's me. My people. I know this for a fact. I got documentation. So I know prior to the mid-1700s, my people didn't go to no church. My people didn't sing in old Negro spirituals because I have documentation from my genealogy telling me what my people was doing. And we fought the white boy who tried to bring the church here. Again, no bot in the chat or no FBA person who has never done genealogy, you can't tell me I'm lying because all you got is what these niggas keep retelling you. What I'm telling you is do your genealogy and find out what really happened. That's all. My people fought against these folks bringing the first. They won, obviously. They brought the military in, as they always do. As they always do. However, my people fought tooth and nail to make sure they didn't put that church in Mississippi in the 1800s. Tooth and nail. You can't tell me what Mississippi was going on, what was going on back then, because I got documentation to tell you what was going on. What I'm telling you is Tariq and all of these people reinforce and regurgitates this stuff and y'all just eat it up. Nobody go do their own research. Do your genealogy. And if you do it, you're going to realize that not only Tariq, a lot of things that you heard about the past is lies. I swear to God, you're going to find that. But you're not going to know it if you just out here windmilling for FBA with no documentation.
Proof is the Atlantic slave trade. That's been debunked.
Not
so
really.
You can't
Who
use
debunked
that
it?
and say we.
Who debunked it?
I can debunk. I've seen people debunk that so many different ways. Bro.
How?
It's
How?
Like I said, if I was at home, I could show you. I wish I was at home right now. I could get on my
Got it. How did they debunk it? How?
When you don't even believe the slavevoyages.org version of the debunk, but you just laughed at it like it wasn't true.
Because you keep asking what you said, okay, but you ain't giving no proof.
So you can know what I was talking about. I only said
you're not giving any proof. Your whole argument is you wrong. Your whole argument is I'm wrong. Okay, but you haven't proved anything right.
I just had a question. I just wanted to know how
he is horrible at he was not articulate. He was just horrible. I don't even, and let me say this too to the indigenous people that be calling in. If y'all don't know how to explain y'all stuff, stop calling in Tariq show. Because all Tariq do is make his people think that y'all crazy. Even the dude Chief Dusty Wolf with his drunk ass. Even Chief Dusty Wolf be dropping knowledge on y'all. And just because he drunk, Tariq get y'all to laughing at him and y'all don't listen to nothing he say. If you cannot articulate yourself, stop calling in because he gonna make you look like you look stupid. And all it takes is for him to make a joke and everybody else just gonna forget that you saying anything. Come on, man. Use your own brain.
What's your proof of us coming from Africa? You said the Atlantic slave trade. That's all I want to know.
All of the documents.
Slave trade, that's not true.
There was a lot of people who came over from Africa, who was brought over from Africa. It's been documented.
That's your proof, Atlantic slave trade. So
tomorrow, the insurance companies, the slave ships, the slave docks. The insurance companies documented it. Yeah.
What slave ships? I'm glad you said that.
You said what slave ships?
Yeah, what's the slave ships I can go? I'm glad you found the slave ships. What slaves? Where we gonna find these slave ships at?
The good ship Jesus, several of them.
We can't find
the Amistad. The Amistad.
Never found none of them ships. We've never found none of them ships. We never found the Amistad. We never found the good ship Jesus. All we got is a picture.
Amistad slave ship. Yeah.
Okay, Amistad and the good ship, the good Jesus.
So the Amistad ship didn't exist?
Show me the ship.
The Amistad. No, that I don't know about the Amistad. That's why I said I'm gonna look it up.
Where they did a movie. There was a big case. There was some. That slave ship was actually headed for the Caribbean. It was a Spanish slave ship. I think they were going to Cuba somewhere. They took over the ship and came here. They came here. There was a big case of those Africans of the Amistad. So that was more than that. That added more to the time period.
What time period was that?
It's 19th century, sir. It's 19th century. It's a whole movie about it. Right?
Oh, a movie. Okay. So
a movie about it. Oh yeah, a movie. That's all the proof we need.
So all right, but before I get up out of here, so you said we are the FBAs. Y'all only as African as DNA in the Atlantic slave trade said y'all are.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. What I'm saying
just answer the question. That's all I want to. Yeah, I'm out of here after that.
What I'm saying is there was an ethnogenesis over here, and we became a different ethnic group.
That's not true.
What tribe are you with, sir? What Native American tribe?
It's in Louisiana.
And I hate when he say Native American. He understands that there's a difference between the Native American, that's the $5 foot long, and there's a difference between the American Indian. When he makes mixed words like red and native, it confuses you because you think that the $5 foot long is the red person. The red is an indigenous Indian. The red color has always described indigenous copper-colored people. It has never, ever identified the $5 Indians. But he keep putting the two words together to confuse you. Then on top of that, he putting other words together that don't make sense. Listen to me. Because he's talking about the Amistad and all these ships. We haven't found and read none of these ships. I'm not telling you don't follow Tariq. I subscribe to the nigga channel. I laugh at the nigga every day. What I'm telling you is he's misleading you because he's lying to you. The only way you can find out the truth is if you do your own genealogy and do it yourself. Now, I see the Tariqas in the chat that was windmilling for him as they do. A lot of bussy, a lot of niggas windmilling for another nigga, a lot of absentee father ass niggas windmilling behind another nigga and not listening to what I say. And I'm not even talking to you niggas. You niggas are brain dead. What I'm telling you is, and one thing about the ancestors, because I've been dealing with the ancestors and I've been going back and forth in my meditation, and I say, if that nigga is grossly misleading the people on purpose, the ancestors gonna make him pay for this shit. You got to know it. He knows more than he knows. But he's very, very clever on mixing up words to confuse you. There's no such thing as a red native. A red person is me and you. A native is a native. He asked the boy what tribe he from, but call it a Native American tribe to get you in your subconscious to think that he's trying to be like the $5 Indians. And that's not the truth. An American Indian and a Native American are two completely different things. The American Indian is the black skin, copper colored tone Indian or person that you call FBA. The $5 footlong or the $5 Indian, aka Native American, is the Siberian that they created and bought over here in the 1800s and called them a Native American. But he mixing them up to confuse you. Y'all sitting up here laughing at talking about they this native tribe. You got tribes too, and you don't even know it because you so busy running behind being called a fucking FBA. Do your genealogy, bro.
It's a branch of a Choctaw tribe.
It's a branch, but you're not officially a card carrying Choctaw member because the white ones kick most of the black ones out.
And let me say this too. I'm tired of hearing that. You're not official card carrying. We not trying to be in the 5 civilized tribes. The $5 footlong / Native Americans, they were allowed to settle and cosplay as the 5 civilized tribes. Black Americans, when you do your genealogy and find out you Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, whatever it is you find out, don't let nobody tell you because you don't have a card that that's not true. The ones with the cards are the fakes. Let me say it again. Do not let nobody tell you because you don't have a card that you are not the real deal. The ones with the cards are the actual fakes. You're going to go get actual documentation to prove, government documentation to prove what tribe you come from. To hell with a card. To hell with a card. Do your own genealogy. Don't let him fool you into, oh, well, you can't be Cherokee because all of the $5 footlongs kicked y'all out. That's they shit. If you do your genealogy, you're going to get your documentation to show who you are. And this is the worst part for all the Tariqas in the chat. Nigga, he get on here and tell y'all he indigenous. Didn't he say he went and found out his family is Choctaw or Chickasaw? You niggas are slow as fucking turtles. Didn't Jesse Jackson do you niggas the same thing? Jesse Jackson came out and told you niggas y'all are African Americans and he was a card carrying Cherokee. You niggas are slow as fucking turtles. Y'all some Aflac duck ass niggas. All you Tariqas in the chat. This nigga turned around and did the same shit, word for word, bar for bar that Jesse Jackson did. Jesse Jackson came out and called you an African American while he was a card carrying fucking Cherokee. Dummy. Stupid. And y'all in here windmilling on me. He just told you he Choctaw or something and he got y'all niggas calling yourselves FBA. Come on, man. He told you who he was, but he got you calling yourself FBA. Come on, man. Y'all can't be, y'all is that slow. My bad.
If you go to Tunica Biloxi, it ain't nothing but niggas in there. Like they all Indians. They all so-called black people.
Right.
So you can't say they Native Americans.
Who's not? Who? What? Who?
Go to the in Louisiana. It's a casino called the Tunica Biloxi Casino.
Okay.
Those are mostly so-called black people. Those are niggas that's working in there. They ain't no Native. You got a few Native American looking people, but a lot of them is black people.
Okay.
And they Indians. They not no. They Tunica Biloxi Indians.
Right. Okay.
So you can't
now.
You can't tell them they got no African mixture and none of that. They ain't falling for that.
Now, your parents on their birth certificates. What's on their birth certificates? Is it Negro, colored? What's on their birth certificates?
I don't know. I think my mom. I think hers said black, like mine, and then Junebug said Negro. I think.
Can your lineage go back to a plantation on this country, on this land?
What do you mean? My lineage go back to a plantation?
And your lineage go back to a plantation?
Yeah, my family own a few farms on my genealogy. Yeah.
I ain't talking about owning no farm. I'm talking about.
And this is what he messing up too. He got all you niggas thinking y'all come from slaves. All of us wasn't slaves. Newsflash, duck, FBA goose. All of y'all ain't come from slaves. That's why you niggas walking around like slaves now. Dummy. So now he about to go back and forth with the boy because the boy said he did his genealogy and his family owned farms. Look at Tariq. Oh, they didn't come back to no plantation. We all didn't come from slaves. Dummy. That's how I know you niggas watch Roots for your doggone education. Everybody didn't come from slaves. There were way more successful blacks than slaves. Yeah, they had way more successful blacks in the South than slaves. But you wouldn't know that though, because all you going off is Roots and Tariq, dummy. Man.
Working on a plantation, being subjugated to a plantation.
That's what a plantation was back then. They were farms. They wasn't called plantation. So, but yeah, we owned a few of them. My whole family last name is connected to like 3 different ones out there in Louisiana. Well, since you want to call them plantations, yeah, I guess plantations then.
So were your people enslaved?
No.
There's one person but he was considered a freedman, Creek Indian freedman. Instead of full-blooded Creek,
that means he was enslaved.
No, it don't.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, it don't. Let me give y'all the tea. Slavery was a status. Okay, slavery was a status. If you had a child who worked in your field, you can claim them as a slave. Also, slave was a status to describe indentured servitude. So you can, like the brother said, I had one person in my family who was a slave. And here comes Tariq. Oh, within your family, everybody wasn't a slave. Did you guys know we just talked about this on Educational Friday? Shout out to Educational Friday. A lot of y'all don't know this. In 1910, we had 6,000 thriving black cities across America. Put a 3 in the chat if you already knew that. In 1910, we had 6,000 thriving black cities in America. In 1910. If you do your genealogy, a lot of y'all gonna realize, oh snap, my family wasn't slaves. We actually did very well. And the government stole all our shit. So let's go to the government and tell the government, run me my money. You get it? This is what genealogy does. This is how you get reparations through genealogy. You don't have to come from slaves. You don't have to be them beat upside the head and raped and hung. You can actually be them been stolen from and had a successful past and get your genealogy and your reparations that way. But here go Tariq, because God forbid you didn't come from slaves. You can't be a black American.
Slave on his thing, but he was a military. He was in the military, so he was considered a freedman. He wasn't an actual slave like y'all picking up the movies when people were getting whipped and stuff like that. Nah, he wasn't no slave like that.
What's a slave like that? What does that mean?
How y'all think slavery was when, you know how y'all say that, like your movie showing people getting whipped and butt broken and all. Nah, none of that happened with my family. And
Really?
this
So
was just one person on my mama's side.
So he was enslaved and he wasn't getting punished on the plantation?
It says slave, but he wasn't a slave, is what I'm saying. He wasn't no slave. He was just considered a freedman. He came straight out the military to a freedman.
It was a working status. It was a working status, like sharecropper, like Mason. It was a working status. That's why his uncle came from the military and went from military to slave. It was a working status. All of us were not slaves. And even if we were slaves, everybody didn't get beat on. Everybody didn't get hung. Everybody didn't get raped. Y'all gotta be, in 2025, y'all still just believing that? Come on, man. Y'all gotta be, it's too much information out here.
But like, I don't know why slave said, I don't know why. It just say slave.
Okay, because a freedman was a title, sir. Freedman was a title.
That's what I'm saying. It said slave, but the actual slave owner was like my grandfather again. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like he wasn't no slave. I don't know how it works.
Okay.
But it was back then, it was different.
I'm telling you how it worked. Your great-grandfather owned the property. He was the person who owned the land. Under his land, for taxes and for all other purposes, his son worked for him. What was his status on his documentation? Slave. Because slave was a working status. That's why the young man's great-great-grandfather was the owner of the property and his son was the slave. Not because his son was chained to a wheel and get beat on. No, his son worked for his daddy, dummy. Y'all think y'all so smart, huh? Y'all just thought y'all knew it. And Tariq thought this was a smoking gun. And you know what's worse? All them people, Tariq has a huge following and they don't know. And they believe everything Tariq say, and they just gonna go with the move. But I'm telling you, that's why when you do your genealogy, you're gonna see some of your people were slaves, then you're gonna realize the owner was your grandfather. And you're gonna realize your grandfather didn't own slaves. That was the status of his family members.
See, family, this is plebiscite babble.
There you go.
All right. This is plebiscite babble.
There you go.
All right. I wasn't cutting him off. See? So they can't say, oh, you be cutting me off. You ain't letting me cook. That, ladies and gentlemen, is plebiscite babble. His family is foundational Black American.
And once he put the title, the Babel title on it, people disregard everything they heard and they don't want to hear nothing else the man said. When the man really was dropping jewels. But again, he was horrible at articulating himself.
His family is foundational Black American. He thought, well, they were slaves, but not a slave like that. What are you talking about? Now, listen, I want y'all to understand something. Now, what this guy, even though his family are clearly they're foundational Black Americans, and he's plebiscite babbling, people can have a disagreement. Now, what I don't know where he's going with there was only 23 Africans brought over here. I don't know what that shit is about. That's why when people start saying, well, y'all FBAs be saying this. No, we don't. I don't be saying that. I don't agree with nothing this man said, even though his family is FBA. And clearly, his family are foundational Black Americans.
This is the point, y'all. When you peel back the layers, I'm talking about the FBA people. And shout out to Tariq. This is no shade. But when you peel back the layers, Tariq Nasheed did the exact same thing that Jesse Jackson did to us. Jesse Jackson came out in the 80s and said, we all gonna be African Americans, y'all. Whole time, Jesse Jackson was a card-carrying Cherokee. I wonder if Jesse Jackson turned his status from him and his family from Indian, American Indian. I wonder if he turned it into African American. I highly doubt it. Highly, highly, highly doubt it. Here we go with Tariq come and do the exact same thing. You didn't come up with the term foundational Black American. I didn't come up with the term foundational Black American. Yet and still, Tariq is on the internet telling us that we African mixed with a red native that never existed, and we had an ethnogenesis, and now we foundational Black Americans. Whole time Tariq said he's a card-carrying Choctaw. I don't know if he got the card, but I know his family did their genealogy and told Tariq that they Choctaws. So my question is, why isn't Tariq leaning more toward the indigenous history when he knows for a fact he has an indigenous history? For all y'all FBA people, I love y'all. We are all the same. I think it's stupid that we even fight over a title. If you haven't done your genealogy, you windmilling in the air any goddamn way. My thing is I don't think that is right that Tariq double dutch inside of Africa and then double dutch inside of indigenous culture, because he's creating a story that never existed. You have not had no genesis. You are who you have always been. You've been playing basketball for thousands of years. You have been playing football for thousands of years. You have been rapping for thousands of years. You have been singing for thousands of years. You have been cooking and creating new dishes for thousands of years. Nobody had to beat your ancestors across the head. Nobody had to put them in chains. Nobody had to lock him up. And nobody had to turn him into a slave. You are who you've always been. I think it is highly disrespectful that we have to go out and repeat that our ancestors had to be created like a fucking character in a video game. You don't know who you are until you do your own genealogy. You don't even have to listen to me. But until you do your own genealogy, you're not going to know who you are. You're going to be running in circles, hollering, I'm FBA, I'm this, I'm that, and you will never freaking know. Oh, and by the way, you ain't going to get reparations just by claiming to be FBA. So even if you want to claim FBA, you still got to do genealogy, duck, duck, goose, stupid, dummy. I think the delineation movement is necessary. But I also believe that Tariq knows way more than he wants to give credit, and he's purposely running you niggas in the dirt. While he tell you FBA, he's a Choctaw. Let that sink in. While he got y'all laughing at Chief Dusty Wolf and all the American Indians, Tariq Nasheed is a Choctaw. Just like Jesse Jackson. Argue with your mom. Argue with your mom. I'm not saying they're the same. All I'm saying is, it looked funny. It looked funny. It looked funny. I ain't saying nothing. I just said it looked funny. That's it. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, then bitch act like me. And this is another thing too I don't understand. Why y'all trying to be friends with the Africans who sold us? All y'all, y'all Nigerian, y'all need to be friends with that. Why would you even want to be friends of the descendants of the people who sold you? You are who your ancestors are. If your ancestors was a bitch ass nigga, then guess what? Their lineage is a bunch of bitch ass niggas. If their ancestors was a bunch of thieving, enslaving mother pluckers that'll sell your ancestors, guess who they offspring is. I never understood why y'all tried to be friends with them motherfuckers anyway. And I'm not talking about all the Africans. I'm talking about the ones who loud and proud claim they sold you, but then say, come on, y'all, let's be friends. Y'all niggas is slow. I can't believe it. I just ain't never seen nothing like that. I just ain't never seen nothing like that, you know? I just ain't never seen it. I just want my people to find out who you really are. The only way to find out is through your genealogy. Black is my vibe. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey, beautiful Vu. How's Papa Vu doing? Also, did you see the 50 genealogy article? The email subject says genealogy and destiny. Oh, let me check that out. Papa Vu is doing well. Thank you for asking. Hold on, girl. Because I was trying to figure out what Tariq was and what all this was going on. I did see something about somebody saying something about some genealogy. Hold on. Or at least I thought I saw it. At any rate, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, here you go. Let me see. Is this it? I thought I saw it. Thank you so much. I can't find it. Let me refresh my page. I'll look for it and come right back to it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. And again, don't get mad at me. If you ain't done no genealogy, you a lost puppy. Robin Thick 23, thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. Says the Emperor Constantine intended modern Christianity for population control. Flawless victory. And you know what's crazy though, bro? Christianity has worked flawlessly, and it still has. We still have remnants of Christianity over right now. That's why people can't believe or couldn't fathom that all of us didn't come from slaves. That's that mentality of Christianity. You don't question anything. You just hear the information and you repeat it. And if you question it, you might get in trouble or get hurt or get or have sinned or something like that. It's the idea of you can't ask no questions. Since a little bitty girl, I've always thought that was the dumbest shit on earth. What you mean I can't ask God no questions? Why not? I always thought that was crazy. Oh, you're not supposed to question God. So wait a minute. What? Jenny, thank you so much for the super chat, Jenny Marie. She says, I'm not a Tariq fan, but this caller is delusional, and you are too if you believe this idiocracy. And you spelled that idiocy? Girl. Jenny. Didn't work out for you, honey. You misspelled your word. You tried to be smart. And now look at you. Look how the ancestors made you look, Jenny. Look at what the ancestors did, Jenny. You thought you ate, huh? You was typing buku fast. You just knew when you sent this super chat with these $5, this was going to be the one. And look at how the ancestors played you at the end of your senses. Girl, go lay down, Jenny. Thank you for the super chat, but please, go lay down. And if you're not a Tariq fan, you a stupid fan. Look at how that go. I'd rather you be a Tariq fan than to be stupid like that. I'm not a Tariq fan, but the caller is delusional, and so are you. Know, bitch. You delusional, Jenny. Thank you for the $5. Thank you. I appreciate it. You just paid to look a damn fool. Look and see how the ancestors don't play about me. Y'all got to stop with all of that. Y'all got to stop with all. You paid to look stupid. That's different. K1820, thank you for the super chat. Says, I prefer freedmen. It's the Constitution, 14th Amendment. And it's a legal term for the 40 acres and a mule, along with the Freedmen's Bureau. I like Tariq, but I can't stand the ethnogenesis term. And this is the thing. I like Tariq too. I love Tariq. I think he is hilarious. I think Tariq is funny as fuck. When I part ways with Tariq is when he's leading my people astray on purpose. That's when I part ways with Tariq. That's where we come at the fork in the road. Because Tariq is a Choctaw, but telling y'all and having y'all laughing at people saying that they indigenous. You got to make this make sense. You got to make this make sense. And understand a freedman and a freeman are different. Because a freedman is somebody who was freed from slavery, whereas a freeman was never a slave. Don't let that go over your head. Make sure y'all understanding these terms when y'all looking at them, okay? Truth be told, thank you so much for the super chat. Say, and this is why Tariq is disingenuous. I believe that too. And an op. He's being used to intentionally create a new category that has zero legal status and will not be recognized in the eyes of the law. Legalese. You are absolutely right. I was thinking the same thing. I said he has to be a distraction. It's enough to get our heads spinning because we waking up And we're not going to believe the craziness, but it's also enough to keep us distracted from what's really going on. Because this whole ethnogenesis thing, again, I never heard of the term until Tariq said it, and it makes absolutely no sense. I challenge everybody who's FBA. If you believe that you had an ethnogenesis, I challenge you to go do your genealogy and pull the African. If you believe that you are FBA and you had an ethnogenesis, yet and still you cannot find an African in your genealogy, I need you to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what exactly do I really truly believe about my history? This is a genuine, the real thing. If you are foundational Black American and you believe that we are a mixture of African and indigenous, then you need to go find the African and come to us and show us the African so that we can know that we possibly have Africans. But the problem is 99.9% of you won't be able to do that. The only reason you even bring up Africa because you've been brainwashed to believe that we came off a boat. And in 2025, with all of this information, if you still believe we came off a boat, you are already gone. There's nothing else to talk to you about. If you still believe your ancestors was taken from Africa and shipped from the west coast of Africa and bought on a wooden boat with no engines, when you believe that they was bought all the way from Africa to America, you already gone. There's nothing to talk to you about. Even Francis Cress Welsing and all these other people in the past know that that's cap. Yeah, there's nothing else to talk to y'all about. Ivan Van Sertima, who we've been bringing up recently, he even debunked the fact that we came from Africa when he brought up the Olmec heads. Come on, man. The only thing got y'all holding on to Africa is the myth. Bring me the African. Show me the African so we can have the conversation. If you can't show me the African, he never existed. And you know why? Because you've been lied to. Y'all need to come down to Educational Friday. You can learn a lot. Daisha, thank you so much for the super chat. And I love the numbers. 333 says, knowledge is free. You pay for ignorance. Exactly. And with that being said, I'm about to Joce y'all up out of here. I love y'all down to the ground. I love FBA because we are all the same. Stop arguing and going back and forth about a title because they all made up. Even the American Indian one. It's all made up. If you want to know who you are, do your genealogy. That's the only way to find out. With that being said, I'll catch y'all later on. Meet me at the Dollhouse for Malone Madness Mondays, and Baddies is coming up next. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.